love that. Pies footy, pies footy, pies footy. Give up on the boys, nah, why would we? Lines fell like my name, Dane Swan. Call me Sad Rocker, I'm laser bombs. The G fly like Bobby in 23. Boo a champ, that's the king, Pendlebury. Take off like Dacos, give the man a chance. Stay fresh like Quaino, I'm his #1 fan. Then fly we trust, yeah, that's real. Ain't a bottom side, nah, that's still side bottom. Check these rhymes that I'm dropping. My great uncle played for the Pies, Teddy Potter. I'm kicking straight like Billy Elliot. Kane wrote us off, silly idiot. The Pies are coming, young and old. Big ups and cassette, the general. Pies footy, pies footy. We all love that. Pies footy, pies footy, pies footy. Give up on the boys, nah, why would we? Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side we stick together to uphold the Magpies name. See the barricades are shouting as all barricades should. Oh, the premiership's a cake. Walk for the good old Collingwood. I'm the Maggie! Yahoo!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pies Press Hour. We are proudly sponsored by TSNL Neon, Melbourne's trusted signage specialist for commercial, LED and neon signage. For more information, the link is in the description. Good afternoon, guys. I hope we're all doing super well. Obviously here a little bit earlier than usual to follow along with the Frampton franchise tribunal. Now, as far as starting times and whatnot, we're still working through that. Typically, you see the tribunal starting just a little after 5. So I'm thinking next 10 minutes, maybe 5:30. But if we, look back at, Billy Frampton and with his previous one with regards to the Brody Myercheck situation, that was roughly a little bit earlier. But for certain, the Pendlebury one was quite early in the piece. I think it was like nearly 5 o'clock, especially when they have a couple of cases to go through. Obviously, there's going to be an earlier start time. So look, we're going to be here. Get your questions in. Whatever you want, we're here for it. It's a big night. We've got the tribunal. We've got the Predict 23. And we potentially have a co-host filling in later tonight. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. But there will be another person on the panel to have a good chat. So, yeah, while we're here, get your questions in. I am relentlessly checking Twitter to get the tribunal feed available. I'm checking the AFL website consistently to see if there's something there. And also, Mohammed, I am checking Collingwood's website for an injury update as well, because we'll get that at some point today. So there's heaps of news that will unfold over the next hour or so. What we can do here is we'll do a little share. We do have an injury update as far as the injury hub goes on the website, but this is not like the be all end all, so to speak. So if we go here, we'll do this. So as of 2:21 p.m., July the 14th, we have Quainor, who is an assessment. TJ is an assessment. Big Roo is still seemingly in concussion protocol. And then you got Darcy Moore, Reef, Oscar Steen, and Jamie Elliott. Now, this doesn't, there's an update, of course, but also Lockie Schultz is not there. Jeremy Howe is not there. So there's obviously a couple of things to be updated according to this injury hub. So just be mindful of that, okay? Like I said, we'll be constantly checking the news feed. Freddie Jong, how you going, brother? Brendan, mate, I reckon Billy gets off. Fingers crossed. Look, I don't know, guys. That maybe that can be our first poll. Look, I felt like Benny Zero made a very compelling case in yesterday's stream surrounding the Billy Frampton tackle. Something in me says he doesn't get off. Just, I hate to be the negative Nancy here, but I think with that history with Brody Myercheck, look, I don't know how the appeal board work and whatnot, but something tells me there's going to be a bias towards his pre-existing tribunal case, although he got off, and people will say, well, he got off, so it shouldn't count for anything. I don't know. Will Billy Frampton, and it will have some serious implications against Carlton, 100%. So, no, Whitlock was not concussed. Will Billy Frampton get off tonight? Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm going to agree with you, MD, mate. Yeah, I hate to say it. But that's my starting point tonight. Will Billy Frampton get off tonight? And Whitlock was not concussed. I've got my vanilla latte. I wanted a tea, but I'm out of milk, and I got a big cup of water. So we're here for it. Shano has a bad feeling he won't get off also. Yeah, it's far from ideal where we're at right now. Billy Frampton's second visit to the tribunal in as many as 6 weeks, right? So not the circumstances we want to be in. We know this is just going to create a bit of a headline at the very least. And if Pendles and the appeal for Billy last time round for both those players in their cases are anything to go by, this appeal will go for at least an hour. I reckon he gets off as Whitlock. Yeah, I've seen that, arrogant frog. I've seen that. I reckon we saw in that footage that he clearly lost his balance. I wonder if the MRO or the appeal board say, hey, well, yeah, he was falling over, but that's your duty of care to look after him in the midst of his stumbling down. So, yeah. What's the poll saying? 60% say yes, Framps will get off, and 40% say no. Interesting watch as we're here. While we're here, that Hugo Hagen and Mac Andrew footage doesn't look great. You know, leaving the disabled toilet at the State of Origin last week together. You know, when you go to a pub or a club and you see two blokes walk out of a disabled toilet and they're sort of have a wry smile on their face, you know what sort of you know, tomfoolery they're getting up to in there. So, look, whether they can prove anything is one thing, but anybody who knows two 25-year-old young men walking out of a disabled toilet usually is because they're not holding each other's willies to take a wee. Let's just put it that way, right? So while we're there, Arlo, whilst we're here, mate, do you think Pendles will be resting with the next game being Thursday night in Adelaide? Which game would you prefer? Mate, great question, Arlo. The whole management conversation is going to make this Predictor 23 virtually impossible. However, I'd hazard a guess. I don't think it's a matter of who I'd prefer. I think the reality is he plays against Carlton and then probably is rested against Adelaide because he definitely doesn't play off 5-day breaks, right? So they're going to have to stagger their management. And, you know, one of them might be forced in Jeremy Howe this week. So naturally, I'm probably leaning towards Jeremy Howe this week and Pendles next week. Look, he could get off because if you look at the incident, it's fast-paced and emotion of the speed could play a role in Frampton getting... It's fast-paced. I don't think Frampton was traveling at high speeds necessarily. So maybe, surely that's a great case for an argument. It's like he wasn't traveling at a ridiculous chase down speed, right? Any other new posts here? Let's go refresh. AFL news. Anything on the tribunals yet? Nothing there. Anything on the old Collingwood website? Let's have a look. Myers at Collingwood, we taking him. What are you saying, Manny? Brian Myers, is that what you're saying? Brian Myers, what, my friend? Nothing here. This is from yesterday. So yesterday, this incident was assessed as careless conduct, medium impact, and high contact with the grass, meeting Whitlock's face. The AFL Tribunal will be held on Tuesday, the 14th of July. Okay. Still nothing. He turned him on his side in a tackle. He got whiplashed in a tackle. Yeah, look, it's almost an option. It's almost a, sorry, what am I saying? It's almost like he caressed him onto his back, and unfortunately, the whiplash is what got him in the end. Mello is available for Myers is available for a trade. Apparently, would we take him and Chattenham? I mean, yeah. So let's have a look at his let's have a look at Graham Myers' contract status, which is important. Contract. So he's contracted until the end of next year. Therefore, would certainly warrant a trade. He extended mid-year last year. You know, that's a precarious one, I would say, just because of the nature of his partially torn ACL. Yes, long game, like it would be a reasonable investment. But do you want to trade for someone who's still nursing a partially torn ACL and you just don't know if and when it will go? So he's born in 99. So he's 28 next year, right? Like, let's play worst case scenario. We trade for him. He turns 28. He does his knee. He comes back at age 29 and not entirely sure how he comes back from that. That's my concern with Graham Myers. Obviously, yeah, love the player that he is. Yeah, I don't know. For me, guys, Graham Myers is a no, which is completely decided upon the fact that he has a partially torn ACL. Even for a second rounder. Mate, the knee repair, yeah, there's no guarantee, Manny. There's no guarantee. We do need a small forward with Bobby gone and Elliott possibly retiring. Let's just say with Elliott retiring at dinner next year, let's say that. Bobby definitely gone, clearly. There's not a lot of small forwards on the market, I would say. But, you know, I know Will Hayes and Saxner aren't those guys, and we know how much of a great kick going inside 50 Brian Myers is, as Brendan Rao brings that to our attention in the chat. Yeah, I have some concerns. I have some concerns. What can I say? You know, we've already got three players. Reef, we've got Steen, and we've got Elliott all repairing from ACLs. Like, I mean, how big do you want our injury list to be? You know? So I think not saying there's better options, but you'd be looking at what else is available. Yeah, to come down to medicals as well. What are they saying about this partially torn ACL? Like, can he really hold it up? Hello, Manny Lift. How are we feeling for Carlton, guys? By the way, come on. Hey, we're here. Saturday night. That's the one. So we're currently 7th or 8th, and Carlton are now 12th. Guys, we beat them, and we pretty much we make it very hard for them to make the wild card round. Let's put it that way. So what greater pleasure than to do that this Saturday, quite simply. And geez, yeah, without Billy Frampton, without a potential Jeremy Howe, it won't be easy. Like, that's really stretching our defense thin. Josh says, I think we pay Reef out this year, so it makes it easier to keep Puncher. Okay, so let's talk through that. So Reef is out of contract. I think you got a 2-year contract, Josh. So Reef, so going into next year, you suggesting putting him on a rookie list? Putting him on a rookie list next year, paying him out for next year, and then put Puncher on the primary list. I don't think we're going to struggle to keep, I don't think we're going to struggle to keep Puncher on the list if we don't put him on a primary list immediately. He can be a rookie, can't he? We can rookie him. So what's the drama there? Put him on a rookie list. Is that not possible? Welcome, Stewie. Get Humphrey in. He's a forward Maynard, says Chopper. Yeah, well, so Jed Walter is now officially off the cards. He's signed a 3-year extension, so there's that, which leaves us with Bailey Humphrey, Ben King, and maybe a Matt Rowell. Which ones do I love out of the most? I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, Chris Scott, he didn't take the piss out. I thought they worked together very nicely on that show yesterday, Dio. But he did, I think Fly said, I leave the list management side of things to, Justin Lepage, Shane O'Brien and whatnot. He said, that's not my problem. But then Chris Scott rebutted and said, well, it's not your problem until it is, which is true. And I'm sure Fly knows that, obviously. Like when you break down the rationale of it, of course, like whoever your list management team brings onto your list, of course, those are the chess pieces you have to play with. So yeah, of course, they still work and trust and work in tandem. When is the verdict? Where we shouldn't be too far away. Checking Twitter. Anything here? Nothing yet on Twitter. I'll check the AFL. Nothing yet with the AFL website doing with the Tribunal, but we're getting there. And then I'll check the Collingwood website here. And nothing on the Collingwood website either yet. Where do you think Ben King is going? I heard Hawthorn is an option. Rowley. I heard Hawthorn is an option. Going on what Fly said on 360, I reckon all we go for is Neil and Lewis. So Neil seems like a sure thing, which is great. That's great news. Mitch Lewis is certainly on the cards. Joshy Fly actually wouldn't do much. He's no micromanager. He trusts his staff. Why do you think he listens to Wade so much about it? Yeah, that's true. That's true. But he, what the list management side of things bring in eventually becomes Fly McRae's burden, or he relishes in it. Does King? So there you go, Mello. Right. So King leaving and potentially going to Hawthorn would certainly have to open a door for Collingwood to get a hold of Mitch Lewis. Timothy would like to get Mason Cox and Oleg Markov back. On what basis, Timmy? Talk to me, brother. I hear a lot of things, but that statement in itself was not on my bingo cards in 2026. Mitch Lewis is a good get if Ben King goes to the Hawks. Yeah, I reckon so. I'd much rather that play out, to be honest with you. I'd rather Ben King goes to Hawthorn, therefore they can't afford Lewis, and we get Lewis and Neil. That would be perfect. 100%. Leggy's a flag player. True, he is a flag player and forever will be, but I don't necessarily think we should get him back. Do you truly mean that, Timmy? You reckon you want Coxie, who's been pretty average this year for the Freo, and Leggy, who's not on a list? You know what I mean? Anything? Come on. What's this? This will be something I'll be watching post-stream. Liam Punch's first game. Very good. Inside access. We love those videos. Anything here? Latest news. Still nothing doing regarding the old Tribunal. And nothing on Twitter either. So the poll suggests 60% believe Billy Frampton will get off, and the rest of you say no. Yep, Lachie Neale, 3-year deal at the Pies. Very much so. Yeah, I don't know if I love Matt Rowell to the Pies. Kaushadיר is certainly gettable. Jesse says Chook needs to get off, otherwise he can't be an AA defender. He's been obviously a really strong player for us. I don't know if he's necessarily an all-Australian contention, but he's obviously highly revered and super important to our club right now. Like he's probably borderline all-Australian, but not quite there. You'd love Ralph, can't get Butters? I don't know. I think if you can get Rao on a bargain after the season he's having, then maybe. But I wouldn't be giving up like 3 first-round picks. That's right, Mello. They did offer Lewis a 4-year deal. No, look, Matt Rao is a Brownlow medalist, Stewie. And you know what? He's probably having a year similar to Patrick Cripps in years gone by, where these big inside mids, they just go missing for a year for whatever reason. Like Patrick Cripps has done that multiple times, and Matt Rao is just seemingly having that type of season. But I just don't know how much I'd be willing to. I don't know if I'm giving up 3 first-rounders. That's what I'm saying. Are you guys giving up 3 first-rounders for Matty Rao, or is like 2 first-rounders okay? I see the vision, but I'm not so sure about 3 first-rounders. Know what I'm saying? Chat, hope we're doing well. There's 110 of us in the stream tonight. I'm curious, guys. It's 5:24. What do we do for work? I mean, it's a bit rich coming from me. Look, I have the luxury of finishing a bit earlier and starting earlier, of course, to ensure I can do these things. But curious to hear what you guys get up to in your work life. And are you new to the channel? How did you find the channel? Did you recently find the channel? Jakey boy, here he is. Saints TV. Here we go. Yes. Like Wizard from Hawk the Pipe. You have stood by Houston for 2 years, but won't have Rao. Stewie, mate. What do you mean I've stood by? Look, I've said with regards to Houston, Stewie, he's been on notice, right? And we gave him the mulligan last year. We said, look, he had a Lockie Schultz, introduction year. That's okay. We live with that. And then this year was always going to be the biggest. There was no excuses going into this year. And I think now we've gotten to a point where we have a large enough sample size, Stewie, in this season to say, yeah, well, okay, we're probably not getting what we want from Houston, considering what we thought we'd get. We're not getting enough of what we wanted, and we're getting too much of the baggage that he carries, and that's his lack of defensive application, tackling pressure. That's just what it is. Electrician. Good man, Rowley, getting the trains going. Appreciate you, brother. CBD security manager for Wilson. Wilson Parking, huh? CBD security manager for Wilson Parking. Pretty sure. So Benny, TSNL Neon, does a lot of work for Wilson Parking. For all those electronic signs you guys see at Wilson Parking, that's Benny's company, guys. So whenever you see that, electrical safety, Jesse. Timmy, work in hospitals. Very well. What else do you do? Like, sorry, what is that? What do you when you say you work in hospitals? What does that entail? Not parking. Wilson. What's Wilson? Does Wilson cover a large body of different industries or businesses? Cleaner. Good man, Timothy. Appreciate you, brother. Let's refresh Twitter. Is there anything happening there? Okay. Nothing doing on Twitter. David Zito nowhere to be seen. Nothing doing on the AFL website. Got anything here? No injury update on Collingwood's website and no tribunal update just yet. Self-retired at 58. Good. Love that. What did you, Grooman, what did you do that led you to self-retirement? Wilson does security as well. Got you. Houston can sometimes be soft to the ball. And look, it must be said, like, he went hard at it against Zerha. It's not that look, for me, guys, it's not that Houston isn't willing to put his head in the hole I just think he doesn't possess, whether it's great tackling technique, the speed. I don't like. He can take a hit. Like he's not scared to take a hit, but footy's more than that. Footy's more than just being able to absorb a hit. Would you have Raul or Lipinski? Both. How about both, Stewie? We can have both, mate, can't we? Can't believe Houston was almost best on ground against Port for his first game, and he hasn't done anything. Look, I would argue he's done some since, but he just hasn't. Going to live and work overseas in 12 months can't handle. Melbourne is crap now. The Melbourne weather certainly isn't ideal. Sales and territory management. Territory management. I haven't heard of that title before. Curious. Timothy, mate. Every city in the world has their own downfalls. That's what I've learned. Yeah. Are we feeling confident against Carlton, guys? Malaka, we didn't bring him over to defend. We got him to be a ball user. Fly needs to push him up the ground. So you're suggesting, look, I'm open to the wing idea. My problem with that is I just don't know if he, I don't know. Probably have to see more of it. We saw a bit of him on the wing when he was injured, had a hip injury late last year. He did okay. And we know his kicking I feel like, guys, his kicking inside 50 is better than his kicking in the back half. Why? Because I tend to believe that Houston is maybe a little nervous in the back half to take those kicks that Jeremy Howe does. And look, if Jeremy Howe and Nick Dacos and Scott Pendlebury are those guys who take the more difficult kicks in the back half and Dan Houston doesn't get the kick-ins, then maybe that's a way to unleash Dan Houston. Play him on the wing, have a bit more freedom, and express himself a little bit more. We always live for the occasion, of course. Of course we do. Still nothing here. Nothing on Tribunal. Still nothing. Update on team news. Anything here? Collingwood? Lockie Schultz is only set for a short-term absence. This is 22 hours ago. Due to an ankle injury. And good news for Collingwood. The forward suffered injury, blah, blah, blah. Pies coach said Schultz scan results were better than expected. This scan is pretty good. It's positive. He's a low-grade syndesmosis. He's in a boot for a week, and we'll see how that goes. So that was way back when. Play pods, you reckon, Timmy? It's our defensive system, bro. He gets lost in our back 50 at Port. They played one-on-one. Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for how they played back then. Stav, I'm feeling worse after that North game. Sam Doherty did a good breakdown. In summary, Carlton thrive off contests and repeat entries. We prefer counter punching and absorbing inside 50s. Yeah, for sure. Like, we are good at turning over the ball in our defensive half and then going back the other way and absorbing pressure. I think last year we were more, definitely owning the territory, which now we're owning less of that and leaning back into this. Guys, we've seen this sort of adaptation over the last 6 weeks, though, haven't we? Like, we probably noticed this going all the way back to the Bulldogs, I think it was. Even a bit of Sydney, I feel like there were times where we just seemed to be a bit more courageous with the ball. Maybe do a predicted 23. I think the Tribunal is not starting for 8. No, it will start soon. Look, if it doesn't start by like 6, we'll do the predicted 23 and then we can come back to it. Problem is, like, doing the predicted 23, we don't have the injury report yet, which will be coming, and we don't have we don't know if Billy Frampton's playing. So there's a few question marks, right? I think Carlton's bubble has burst. We should beat Carlton. They've been punching above their weight. Still the same crap that was running around before Fraser took control. Well, look, the moment this is the first time they'd be feeling genuine pressure, like the Hawthorn game, you give them the night off, fair enough. But now, now there's a level of pressure. If Hewitt doesn't play, we win. Look, I suffer from back spasms 2-3 times a year. They can be pretty horrible. Look, a moderate like back spasm, you can probably get to the game day being Saturday. 7 days is probably just enough. Whether he gets a jab or not is another thing. From my experience with back spasms, there's only been one time where I've been bedridden twice. I've been bedridden, like to the point where I've had to use the bucket to go to the toilet, where I've been, bedridden for 2 weeks, literally crawling around the ground in my house to get from room to room. That's when you're cooked. Like that's when you there's no chance he's playing. But if it's just a common back spasm, he could probably play in pain and get to the starting line being Saturday. Not confident. Frampton now being a bit repetitive. This, I think, upheld. Frampton's case isn't scheduled until 6 p.m. tonight. Where are we hearing that? And, if that is the case, we'll get the predicted 23 rolling earlier. That's fine. But I can't see it. Was there training today? There would have been training, mate. Yeah, it would have been a main training session. There would have been a main training session today. Yeah, pinch nerve and like the back, it's always there. It's always there. Like I get spasms, but like I always have to be careful in the gym. I can't overdo it. I've got to be very selective with my exercises in the gym. And that's been my life since I was, 2020, 6 years ago. So since I was 22, 23, I always have to be careful. Always have to be careful because certain exercises will always trigger the spasm. Nate, you were at training. Something says cap to me, Nate Dog. Is that cap? I thought it was they're private sessions, mate. Training behind closed doors. Has Bobby showed up to main training? Don't know. Not too sure, to be fair. Nate took over Jen. Yeah, should be spewing. Should be spewing, mate. Yeah. How long do we give it, guys? You tell me. You guys are all here. How long do we give it before we just start getting into the predicted 23? What do you reckon? VIP has its perks. Settle down. Settle down, Chopper Nate. Yeah, what do you reckon, chat? What time's the predicted 23 beginning? And like, you know what? Like we can start the predicted 23, and then if we hear that the tribunal started, we can go to and from. We can multitask. It's 2026, right? I'll show you where we're starting. Anyways, we're here. So what have we done? We've updated the format slightly. So you got, we're going to put the team here and then, the changes. Benny has also sent me his changes because he's not here. So you got to pick up your daughter from work at 6. Hopefully no news until I get back home. Mate, just chuck the YouTube on your phone while you're driving and just listen. Official AFL Tribunal and MRP page has it listed at 6 p.m. Go to the team. Interesting. Where's this? Okay, let's see. Go to the team. Where's this? Team matches? Is there team lineups? Is that what you're saying? Stats? Latest? Rango, mate, what's going on, brother? Hey, mate, do we think Bobby's ever coming? I don't think so. I think it's best that, both parties just see each other off and shake hands and get his money off the bankroll and move on. Move on, mate. Yeah. Happy birthday to Benny's daughter, 100%. Oh, as in your predicted 23. Yeah, I see that. But JMO, where's the official AFL Tribunal and MRP page? Let me search it up. Official AFL and official AFL Tribunal MRP. So there's a website here. Very good. Where does it say? One match ban. Blah, blah, blah. William Frampton. See that? William Frampton. Matt Whitlock. Okay. Anything about time here? Not quite. No time here. Collingwood will head to the tribunal to challenge them. I don't really see anything that says 6 p.m. though. Can't see anything as such there. I've been done for using it's not cheap for the privilege of finding it. Nah, fair enough. Fair enough, MD. Fair enough, brother. Yeah, 92,000 will be huge. Wiedering and Pitnet have been ruled out. Huge. Megale, give it to the Blues. Hello, George. Are we all praying England lose? Who are they playing? Argentina. I don't know, mate. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Looking forward to the game tomorrow morning. Voidoid, welcome. Send Manny to the tribunal. Yeah. All right, let's check Twitter again. Nothing doing. Can we at least get like an injury report update from the Pies? We'd be very, very close to the injury report. The dogs are losing it as well. I think that's my Woolworths. Either that's my missus coming back from work or that's the Woolworths order that I made about an hour and a half ago. Messi would destroy England 4-2. George already said, no Malakias nights are Ella, mate. Hey, where were you for the post-game show last week, Manny? Friday night. Friday. Hey, guys, have you been, how I've been repurposing those post-game show snippets? Do you like that? So obviously you have the post-game show, which, it goes for an hour. And then the very next day, I'm taking, 2 or 3 snippets from the show as its own piece and then reposting it. You guys enjoying it? That's Nate knocking on the door. Mate, if that is you insinuating you are available, Nate, I did hint that we were going to have a co-host. I did hint that we're having a co-host. So if you want to jump in, mate, there's a link, Nate Dog, Chopper Nate. You like it, Pyman? Mello says yes. Yes to the snippets. Brother, Black Ops 1 is back. I have not. Mate, I've got my PlayStation here. Look at this. It's been broken for like nearly 6 months. It's been broken for nearly 6 months. I need to get it fixed because I want to play the Halo Combat Evolved campaign remake, which comes out this month. Not quite sure when, but yeah, I need it for Black Ops. I need it for Halo, the Halo replay, and I need it for FIFA again when that comes out in September. But I haven't played in 6 months. There'll be some FIFA. No, just, I don't know. So I stopped playing PlayStation for like 3 months, and then one day I'm like, I feel like playing FIFA again. I tried turning on the PlayStation, and now it doesn't work. And I have not been bothered. Have not been bothered to fix the PlayStation or buy a new one. Tell Nate there's no money here. Mbappe will tear Spain a new one, potentially so. You like the snippets, Arlo? Yorgo says snippets are a good idea. Gives you wide coverage. Well, that's it. Like for some reason, when you repurpose the snippets, it reaches a wider algorithm. So, post-game show gets 2,000 views, but if I repurpose 2 or 3 different video moments in that video, those videos within itself get 5,000-6,000 views together. So yeah, it does certainly reach people. And, some people aren't willing to watch the full hour. Some people only want super interesting bits. Woolworths is not here. It's the missus. Lily, is the Woolworths out there as well? Okay, it's just Lily, guys. Well, it's not just Lily. She's the carrier of my baby, and she's my fiance. Rude. Hello. We're just doing a Billy Frampton Tribunal watch along. Do you reckon you'll get off? No? Why? You can't say that. You can't have a bias. Well, you're biased because you go for North Melbourne. Come here, Lily. Come here. Come here. Please. Nate, Chopper, I see you in the backstage, mate. I've got you in a sec, brother. Come here. Come on. Come here. Girls, move. All right. Say hello to the 140 people in the stream.
Hey, everyone.
Okay, so... Oh. Let's do this. So Lily, guys, is a North fan, unfortunately. So...
We should have won.
Come here. Sit down for a sec.
It's okay. What are we watching it?
Like a mountain.
Is this... Should Billy Frampton be suspended here?
For how long?
Well, should he just... They're offering a week, and we're going to tribunal.
I mean, he grabbed his arms.
He grabbed his arms?
Yeah.
What else? You know what? I'll let you watch it
Well,
real...
'cause he hit his head. That's the whole thing, isn't it?
He did hit his head. What if I let you watch it in real time?
I don't know. It doesn't look too bad.
It doesn't look too bad? So Lily, the North supporter, says William Frampton should get off.
Hang on, let me say it again.
He's sort of just like, he's throwing his head into the ground, is he not? The Whitlock?
I feel like in that position, you don't really have a choice what your head does. But
Exactly. So his neck just doesn't,
yeah,
so he gets off?
sure.
Sure, done. All right, good. There we go. No tribunal required.
I am.
Chopper?
You startled me.
What's going on, mate?
Well, if there's no tribunal, why am I here?
Well, if Lily was on the board, it would be a very quick case. But I hate to inform you, we're not going to be here just for 5 minutes. Unfortunately, if we know how the tribunal typically goes.
Oh man. Why am I here?
You know what I'm thinking, Nate? There's a meme in my head right now. I'm going to give you one guess. There's a meme, and you're a meme master, right?
Oh, absolutely. Look
What
at me.
meme? I've got the picture up right now, and I'll share it in a moment. What meme is it?
The bad luck Brian meme.
Um,
Don't even know what that is.
I think I do. I'll search it up, but I was more thinking this.
Here we go.
The CJ,
Ah,
San
yeah.
Andreas. Ah, shit. Yep. Here we go again. This is where
Billy
we are. Right?
Frampton for Carlton. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yep. It's William to you, by the way.
Sir Billy Frampton.
Sir Billy Frampton.
I'm a real boy.
Yes. Is that the why do I get Family Guy vibes? The guy who loves Stewie. Am I getting that? Is that the wrong reference?
That's Shrek.
Is that Donkey?
Oh,
Or is that
you haven't seen Shrek, have you?
Is that Donkey? Donkey? Is it?
I don't know. I actually don't know who says it, but it's Shrek.
Oh, so who's making a mockery out of who then? If you don't even know who it is,
I brought it up. There's
Yeah,
the
right.
bad luck, Brian.
There he is. Yep, there he is. Now, were you actually at the Collingwood training, or you just riling me up?
I was there. I saw it firsthand. You were there.
Righto.
Two worlds collided, and they could never,
Right.
ever tear us apart.
Yep. Bit of Port Adelaide there.
Yeah.
Have you got any goss for us, or do you have to? Have you got a non-disclosure agreement?
I spoke to Craig McRae at training today, and he said Collingwood, quote, really wants to win Saturday night.
You heard it first. There, get the quote. Put that on Insta.
Yeah, I asked a question. They didn't pick it up on the mics, clearly, as it always is with these press conferences at training, but he said it. I heard it.
Yeah.
I asked it. He responded.
All right. How about this? I've got a more important question to ask. Does Nate look more like Chopper Reed or Brian Taylor? How about that? Let's do that. That's the poll we're rolling with right now in the William Frampton Tribunal watch along. How about that?
Is there a third option? Who cares?
The third option was going to be an amalgamation of the two. How about that?
Ooh.
But I didn't do it.
No, you
I
can.
didn't do it.
Like, throw all your tomatoes at me. I don't care.
Oh, mate. What is going on? So what are we? Tuesday. Obviously, there's heaps to unpack for tonight. But any thoughts coming out of that North Melbourne game?
Well, grateful we won. Absolutely. I've fully moved on from North Melbourne. I'm focused squarely on Carlton. It's weird. We are on a 4-game winning streak. It doesn't feel like it, but we're one win away from that Manchester United bloke shaving his head if he was a Collingwood supporter. But
Yep.
And we've got to focus on Billy Frampton as well. If you refresh it, there is an update to the injury list.
Okay, here we go. Good man. Nate, while we pay you the big bucks, injury update news on Collingwood website.
Yeah, I've just refreshed it. So Lucky
me
Shields
share
is on there.
screen. Oh, the injury hub?
Yep.
Here we go. Okay. What are we seeing? So Jeremy Howe to be assessed. TJ, where's Shooter? Shooter 2 to 4 weeks. Okay. Are we hoping that and we're no experts, but maybe we're hoping that he's on the lower end of that spectrum, but once he gets out of the moon boot, that will tell us a bit more.
Yeah, so that's probably around 24 return. But it's around this time of the year where it's either going to be back in time or he's not coming back at all.
Mm.
There's not going to be an in-between at this time of the year with that sort of injury, and not just for the injury, but the time frame as well.
Yeah, okay. And that's pretty much, Ilaru's still on there. For those interested in the VFL, he's still in protocol at this point in time. That will probably be updated. We'll know more in the next couple of days. Every time I see this, I hurt again. You know what?
Can't replace him.
I'm a big MMA fan, big UFC fan, Nate Dogg. And I know not many people like Conor McGregor for his past transgressions and whatnot. Fair enough. But I love Conor McGregor, the fighter. I love Conor McGregor, the entertainer. And seeing him, go down with that knee injury, call me crazy, but it's given me, 2018 grand final vibes. Like, that's how much it's hurt me. And we're a few days post the Conor McGregor ACL, and I still feel like shit. Do I make sense as a human being, or like, what are we saying?
That's a weird comparison, but I'm not going to judge you for it. Who was excited for Conor McGregor in the year 2026, though? Is it just for nostalgia, though, or?
Yeah, look, I think it was just seeing him. There's something beautiful in seeing someone overcome like their off field issues. We'll call it, like, for example, with Bobby Hill, for example, like wherever he goes, whether it's West Coast Freo or remains at Collingwood, at some point, like, I want to be able to look back and say, Bobby was able to overcome that for himself, for his family, and that's how I like to look back at things. I love that opportunity in life in general.
That's a fair point. I was off the Conor McGregor train many years ago.
Yeah.
Feel bad for people who put money on the fight, though, who paid big bucks for the full show, and you get 69 seconds of action, pretty much over in the first 3 seconds. Big money. Yeah. Oh, I'm seeing so many reactions to it.
Oh, mate, the Reddit conspiracy theories are crazy, dude. They are crazy.
MMA guru going off about it.
Yeah, him and Sugar Sean. Any updates on the tribunal front? We're not getting much. I think we might even just roll into what do you reckon? We roll into the Predictor 23, and then when we have an idea or we hear that there is a tribunal underway, then we can go back to that. What do you think?
I'm hoping it starts soon because I'm getting roasted in the comments, but I love it.
What do they say? Let's see. Nate has a 70s porn star vibe.
Yeah.
Now, is that a compliment or is that a backhanded like what do we? What's your rating on
giving
that?
it to me. The bikie from the Village People vibes.
The bikie from the Village People vibes.
Bonnie. Oh, Booney, sorry.
Booney.
I'm
Bonnie.
myself.
Singing Bonnie Blue. What are you saying?
Mick Nolan, former North Ruckman.
There you go. Mick Nolan. Hold on.
He looks like the comedian that played Chopper. That's a good one.
Mick Nolan. So they're saying, well, that's Dean Laidley. Yeah, I mean, sure. Sure. Johnny Holmes. Oh, hello. Gee whiz. Here we go. Loverboy.
Gotta grow the hair out.
There you go. All right. Now all right, come on. All right.
Someone's about to tune in to the live stream and see that and go, what the fuck?
Mick goes, I've seen this bloke at Macca's car park. Which game was that after? That was after the Port. Was it the Port game?
Gold Coast.
Gold Coast, that's the one.
14 Gold Coast fans dwindled down to 7, thanks to me.
No Ben Long in sight. All right. So let's get started, mate. Let's do it. So Shooter on the injury list. So without a doubt, we know he's not available. And we can talk about Jeremy Howe as we get there. Let's assume for the time being, while we're here, let's go. The franchise gets off. Let's manifest. Do you think that's a good start? Let's manifest this. Billy Frampton is playing against Carlton. Let's start there.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Dan Houston. Now, there's obviously been a lot of chatter on there, so I'll give you an opportunity to speak on him if you wish. If not, you can pass.
Look, we're going to have at least two changes. We need a floater across half-back. Dan Houston provides that. In terms of defensive efforts, yes, it's not there, but he's still a required player for Collingwood until I say otherwise.
Yeah.
Until we start losing again, then I'll start thinking about, all right, questions have to be asked.
Yeah, for sure. Quaynor was not on the injury list. Did we note that? He's assessed.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we bet our money for the sake of the Predictor 23? Let's bet that he's available. What do you reckon?
Yep, absolutely.
All right, let's do that. So that would be our first in, which is a welcome sign. And Liam Puncher's obviously a strong talking point as in the last couple of weeks. You've dubbed him Prestigia. What is it? Puncher.
Not me. I found this comment on Collingwood subreddit. Someone said Puncher Giacomo. I'm running with it.
So you should have claimed it. But
no. It's like Purple Haze for Will Hayes. Warble came up with that start of the year, and I ran with it.
That's true. Nah, it's good. Very good. Going to play the reference. Okay. So, on Puncher. So what did you make of his game? Because I felt like he had a lot of moments, good and bad. What did you make of his game?
Well, I expected him to not have as good of a game as he did against Gold Coast, and that was sort of there. But there were times one-on-one against Darling, he looked a bit like a boy against the man. But that kick in the final quarter, that set up that goal to Jack Crisp, I think it was, still 100% disposal efficiency. So he wants to be involved in the contest, and I like that with Liam Puncher. Yep. There's a player there. So still, it's a second gamer, soon to be a third gamer. Not going to be perfect. There'll be teething problems, but we have to persist with a guy like Puncher in the side. Allows Frampton and Jeremy Howe to play their role. Maynard with a bung shoulder doesn't play on at all. Key forward. Quaynor as well. Frees those up. And hopefully it frees up Houston and Josh Dacos across half back. Perryman as well. So yeah, he's a linchpin right now for us.
Very much so. Stewie says Frampton has been cleared. It was on. What did he say? It was on Foxtel. He better not be taking the Mickey. Surely that's cap.
The same Stu that's giving me shit for my looks.
Yeah, but Stewie's he's a frequent feature in the Pies footy community. So I wouldn't expect Stewie to stoop to such a low level of journalism there and make fabricate something that's not the case.
Yeah, and call him out for my looks.
Very rude, Stewie, tonight. Very rude, mate. But I'm not seeing anything on Twitter. So just gone on AFL, apparently. So does that mean they just haven't followed it? I'm still not seeing it. I mean, I haven't seen any David Zeta tweets, and normally he's the one at the old Tribunal. So, anyways, let us know, guys. Look, I can't confirm it.
There you go, Mohammed, live from 6.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Mohammed. Stewie, that's a strike to your name, mate. How dare you?
That's a pattern right there.
Yeah. All right. Let's get back to this. There's going to be a lot of going to and from. So we're going to we're going to multitask and us, mate, or me. I'm not a good multitasker. So it's going to be a lot of to and from, but that's okay. Jack Crisp, thoughts on his game and his season to date?
Just solid, nothing spectacular, nothing disappointing, just there. You need those sort of players, and that's as far as I'll go for talking on Jack Crisp. Durable, cool. Reliable. Got you.
Nicky D, is he locked for a Brownlow yet, or are you not there?
No, I have to, at this point, it's like any recruit that comes in, I have to see them in the polo shirt sort of thing with Nick Dacos with the Brownlow. He has to be mathematically impossible for anyone else to catch up to him. So I'll be there.
I reckon Rowley's a chance.
Yeah. There's been a few 16 disposal games, 4 tackles, 7 clearances, maybe an inside 50 or 2.
Yeah.
No, Matt Rowell's a great player. Just a down year, but
would you take him?
100%. He needs a fresh start elsewhere, and we take him in.
At what cost? At this point,
I think we've got a future third. We can. Now I'm really taking this. No. If he wanted to come to Collingwood tomorrow, yeah, that's a first rounder. That's a future first. We have to throw something back to him as well. Besides the first rounders, but third rounders, sweeteners, whatever, get the deal done.
Yeah,
playing alongside Nick Dacos and hopefully Lockie Neal. Yeah.
Woo. Very nice. Okay, so Crisp, Patrick Lipinski on the other wing.
Say that again.
To those in the nosebleeds in the chat, Patrick Lipinski starting on the wing. Anyone?
So just to go over this so far, Patrick Lipinski has been named on the wing as we speak.
Yes. He's in, guys. He's in. In case you've missed it, ICYMI PL1 is in. He's number 1, right?
In my heart, he is.
Yeah, that's right. Literally and metaphorically, right?
I'll say on Lipinski, we don't need not every player needs to be in and under. And Lipinski is the delivery man. He kicks goals or two. He's doing his role. That's all I ask. Just like Houston. Well, when they can. So
that's it. Okay, live updates. Here we go. All right, we're on. Do they address him as William, guys? That's my question.
There was something about Jack Crisp with his tackle.
Jack Crisp tackles a guy, he gets concussed, he gets off, and this was what Fly said. He's just confused about the whole thing. You know.
Did Craig McRae get tackled?
No concussion, evidently, with Craig, but he still is confused about the whole case, which could be maybe some lingering issues from his playing days. I don't know.
Yeah, Glenn Freeball knocked him out 2002.
Glenn Freeball. Who do you play for?
For North and then for us.
You're a footy encyclopedia, and I feel like you know a lot about North Melbourne because you just mentioned that Johnny Holmes. No, not Johnny Holmes. You mentioned Mick Nolan.
No, someone mentioned Mick Nolan.
How old are you? How do you know these guys?
I'm 30. No, but Stu mentions Mick Nolan in the comments.
Yeah, but you knew who he was when he said Mick Nolan, right?
No, he said not he said Nate looks like North Melbourne's ruckman Mick Nolan.
Yeah, but did you know who he was or not until we searched him up?
No.
That's okay. Look, mate, if you're north of 30, it's okay. Like we're not, we don't discriminate here, obviously.
But bit of a fun fact. I went to high school. My principal was Xavier Tanner. He played in the 1976 grand final for North, one of the best on grounds.
Wow.
Unfortunately, he played against us.
There's a bit of that North Melbourne connection there. See, I can just feel it. I could just feel it from you.
Well, you'd agree on this. Everyone knows someone that supports North Melbourne. Your partner.
That's true.
My best mate goes for North Melbourne.
Yep.
My best workmates go for North Melbourne as well.
There you go.
So there's a soft spot for North Melbourne.
Yeah, there you go. Stewie says, sorry, it was a report from the 10th of June regarding the Maya check.
He played a long game.
Forgiven, mate.
Fair play.
Yeah, if that is genuinely your misread, then you're forgiven.
I reckon you have to rescind that strike. That's well played.
I'll take it back. I'll take it. Stewie, we look after you, mate. We look after you. All right, let's read this. Hello, all. Lovely to be with you. We'll get underway shortly, hopefully. Collingwood disputes this was a dangerous tackle and argues impact was low rather than medium. Success on either front will mean Frampton can play this week. So, argues impact was low rather than medium. So there's a few things or stipulations they can address to, there you go, William Frampton, to get off. It's not just that there's not just one avenue is what it sounds like.
Yeah, and Ben pointed it out perfectly last night. Downgraded to low, and that's enough.
Yeah, there you go. So it's medium impact, high contact. Is that what it was?
I think it was medium something.
Yeah. Medium rare?
I knew you were going to say that, but I saw it as medium something.
Yeah, no, we love our medium. If it's not medium rare, then what are you doing? Is what I say. Yeah.
Oh,
I'd even
a bit of leather. Well done.
Yeah, I'd almost go rare. I would. I cop rare. I used to eat rump blue when I was like 16. I felt cool. I don't know.
So I grew up in regional Victoria. I guess you could be like me, just run into the field, bite the cow, and that's your dinner done.
So are you from Wangaratta or something?
I lived there for a year. I grew up in Shepparton.
Yep. Okay. So do they all play in the same league, like the Wangaratta Magpies? They play like against Shepparton, or is that separate?
No. So there's 3 Shepparton teams. They play in the GVFL, Goulburn Valley Football League. Wangaratta play in the Ovens and Murray Football League. I'm going to get my leagues confused up there. So Ben Reid coached when he got Joe Richards to Collingwood was with the Wangaratta Magpies.
Mm-hmm.
Steel Sidebottom was in a different league. He was in the Murray Football League, so associated with Kingupna before he came over to Collingwood, obviously 2008. Jack Crisp, Myrtleford, I don't know if he was involved too much with those leagues before he got recruited, but yeah, there's a few different leagues. There's probably another league or two I'm thinking about.
Xavier Laverty in the VFL, he plays for Wang as well.
Yeah, Wangaratta Magpies. About 10 years ago, I think the GVFL was head and shoulders better than the Ovens and Murray. Now, in 2026, I feel like the Ovens and Murray is better, more quality compared to the GVFL.
Yeah,
Bit
right.
of a weird turnaround.
Yeah, there you go. Stewie says, my old man played for the Wang Rovers with Bobby Rose. Did Bob Rose play for the Rovers? There you go.
Sam Murray went to the Wang Rovers, I think.
Ah. There's a very strong rivalry between the Rovers and the Magpies. I'm pretty sure the Magpies got done for like breaching the salary cap a couple of years ago. So there's a bit of heat around that still existing.
Yeah, I think Ben Reid wasn't involved in that though. I think he was aware, just not involved directly with it.
Yeah, fair. All right, update. Frampton says he had no other way of tackling Matt Whitlock other than diving forward and needed to grab his arms in order to avoid him having a shot at goal. He says he was not aware at any point that Whitlock had dropped the ball. So that's our starting point.
I have to go back and look at the replay, but I'm pretty sure Frampton's tackle knocked the ball out. He didn't drop it before he laid the tackle.
Yeah, let's have a look.
He was definitely off balance, though.
Shit, this tab.
To be fair, it was a good effort by Whitlock.
So he's trying to grab his hands because it was the only way to stop him from kicking the footy, right? That's what he said, essentially. I'll just go back here. It says he had no other way of tackling Matt Whitlock other than diving forward and needed to grab his arms in order to have him having a shot. He says he was not aware at any point that Whitlock had dropped the ball. So my question there is, do the tribunal board care, or the appeal board care, that Frampton didn't know Whitlock had let go of the ball?
That's very minuscule as well to say that.
Yeah. Look, he's obviously been trained up to say this. So the reason he's saying this is because they think it gives him some leverage in this conversation. So I wonder. By the way, do you think he'll get off? I haven't asked you that question.
I think this is a genuine line call, I reckon. But I saw the explanation earlier. If they argue either, then that's a success, pretty much. Basically downgrade it. So seeing that, I feel a little bit more confident.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say he gets off. Again, the shit show on social media is going to be epic. I'll have mates message me, say there's a Collingwood rebate and Collingwood bias with the MRO and Tribunal and...
Of course.
Whatever, man. I haven't felt the perks just yet. I'm VIP, but I haven't felt the perks for the Tribunal yet.
Frampton says he attempted to release an arm of Whitlock as he felt Whitlock lost control in the tackle.
I felt like he never had control in the tackle, as he felt Whitlock lose control. I don't think he had control of anything, Whitlock. He was off balance the entire time.
Interesting. This is where it gets a bit, just a bit of word. That's a word scramble, really, and we're not
like
really
we need
privy
to be in the room when they say that.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Like we get a couple of guest passes and we get access to this shit show that unfolds, and I'd just like to see everyone's faces in the midst of this process, like how many smirks there are, like and shrug shoulders, like essentially, like what are we doing here?
I think that was a situation with Taylor Adams a few years ago. He was trying to get rid of a fine, and his argument for 10 minutes, and the MRO were trying to tell him to calm down. And it's basically saying, hey, relax, it's just a fine. We're going to go through it, but you're not suspended. He argued his case pretty well, though. I don't know which game it was, but I think it might have been the Adelaide game. We won by a point after Anzac Day. That brawl at halftime, Adams getting involved, a few others.
Yep.
Because someone else got either suspended or report or some sort of fine. It went on. And then Taylor Adams for 10 minutes arguing a fine. Cheapskate.
Classic. Expensive fines. So he'll probably, like, if it's a positive outcome, he gets fined. I mean, what, Brazzy got fined $5,000. There's no way known Frampton will get a $5,000 fine as a smack on a wrist. Surely not.
No, this would be, I think, 1,500 or 1,000.
Yeah,
he got fined. He got fined 8 there. He got fined 5,000 for the umpire contact, 1,500 for instigating a melee, and then 1,500 for being involved in a wrestle.
1,500 for being involved in a wrestle. That's good.
I saw the descriptions. I'm like, just group it together. Just call it $8,000.
Yeah. Shake hands, call it a day. Yeah. Interesting. Whitlock just gave evidence and said, because I'm a pussy, look like a giraffe, my head hit the ground. And that's the look, as funny as that is, Manny, like that, surely there's truth to the fact that Whitlock being a, Bambi on ice and a young growing body, it doesn't help that he's been tackled by an absolute man mountain. I mean, surely that gets factored in Billy Frampton's favor, surely. Whoever chose Brian Taylor in the poll will be seeing you at Clifton Hill Macca's.
I got to find a new vantage point.
What's the poll saying? Let me check. 66% say Chopper Reed as opposed to Brian Taylor. There you go. Benny, happy birthday to was it Violet? Was it Violet or Rose? I forgot. My apologies. We gave 77 away, says George. What's that?
Another grand final.
Ah, yes. What was the score on that? Do you know, what was the margin? What was the story behind that?
I think it was 27 points at the end.
Yep.
So we're up by 27 points at 3/4 time of the 77 grand final. That's how we messed it up.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, okay.
Banassa kicks one of the great goals for us in that game.
Mm-hmm. Might have to watch it back for old time's sake. You know, sometimes I wonder in real time, like in 30 years' time, we're gonna recall these years, but then like our kids or like people younger than us just aren't respectfully aren't going to give the slightest of, in some ways.
Oh, I can envision it right now. I'm in my retirement home. My grandkids ask me about the 2018 grand final. A single tear just goes down my face.
Oh, mate. And here I am talking about Conor McGregor at age 80, that moment after a 5-year layoff.
How do you start the fight?
The AFL suggests the momentum in the tackle increased after Whitlock released the ball rather than decreased. I mean, geez, how do you rebut that?
Ooh. We've just been hit right there.
I mean, typically, I don't know. I'm just trying to think if I'm Billy Frampton.
It did increase, but he was also on his legs pretty much. That whiplash at the end is what they're talking about, I reckon.
Well, how about this? Can we not say that Whitlock lost his balance, hence why the speed potentially increased? Like that was evident.
Oh, the speed did increase, but then just that's. I don't think it's not the entire tackle. The entire tackle didn't increase the momentum. It was at the end, that whiplash.
Yeah, and by the end of that, he was on his back, Whitlock. So it's like, I mean, ending positions suggest that Billy Frampton tried his best to ensure that he didn't clatter into the ground. Instead, he saved him in this prone position on his back. Yeah. And, you can't save everything. Unfortunately, the neck isn't going to be able to resist sometimes.
100%. The way he landed and turned over as well. I don't want to victim blame, but when you're 200 centimeters, it doesn't help.
No, of course not. Nate, if you're lucky, you won't remember 2018 when you're old.
Oh, that as well. A couple of more concussions will do that, though.
For sure. The AFL acting like players are sitting there with a remote control just deciding on how much force to use like it's all precision stuff. Yeah. I mean, this is what it is, mate. This is where we are in 2026 with all the lawsuits and whatnot. This is why we're here, I guess.
I reckon there'll be a proper biomechanical breakdown as well in the comments of this tribunal.
Oh, for sure.
We're seeing some parts of it, but I reckon there'll be like proper biomechanics talked about.
Oh, mate, you best believe they're going to summon their favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card, Jared Wade, to the front. They're going to bring him in for all the metrics.
All the metrics.
All the
training
metrics,
loads, structures, systems. We're going to manage some players again. We're going to shoot ourselves in the foot yet again.
MD, we are approximately 15 minutes in and don't know how much closer we are to the finish than we are to the start right now. So that's about it. That's all I got for you.
If I had
And
my
we've
way,
established
it'd be
that
over right now.
Nate looks more like Chopper Reed than Brian Taylor.
Bit of both.
Yeah. What were you saying, Nate?
Bit of both. Bit of both. I forgot what I even said just before. If I had it my way, it'd be over right now.
Yeah, it would be. Got a call from West Coast for Bobby at the end of this saga. Look, Lance, we won't spend too much time on it, if at all. I'll give you 10 seconds, and that's. I don't think anyone's giving up anything for Bobby Hill. At best case, we probably just get rid of his, his money bags, right, Nate?
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be the same with the Bulldogs statement for Jamara once he's off Bobby Hill. There'll be a section about Collingwood, or Collingwood mentioned something about Bobby Hill leaving, and then his contract's off our books. That would be a win in my eyes. Just get his contract off, move on. Hopefully Bobby Hill turns his life around. Hopefully gets that it's technically a third chance. Hopefully he gets that fresh start, turns his personal life around, and whatever we get for him, it all works out, and all works out for him as well.
Yeah, that's pretty much where we land. If Billy loses with the Pies challenge, can this go any further than this, Nate?
It could, but I don't think it's this extreme to do it. I think the my check tackle one, had the suspension remained at 3, they would have challenged it and gone a little bit further.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is going to go any further than tonight.
Yeah. So you can go to the appeal, you can lose the case and then come back the next day or the day after. Is that what you're saying?
Well, there might be one more, but I don't think it's going to go too far.
Yeah. But in extreme cases, that can happen and has happened.
I feel like, in extreme cases, if this was the prelim final and he was suspended for a game, misses the grand final, I think this that would go to the next level.
I feel like this happened recently where someone made 2 appearances in 1 week. I just can't remember who it was, whether it was this year or last year.
Lance Collard for the homophobic slurs. Did it go that far?
I'm not too sure.
Isaac
I'm
Rankin?
thinking more rather than like the slurs. I'm thinking more about like the physical acts.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of that as well.
Yeah, but nothing springs to mind.
I think they may have threatened to take it further, and then they ended it early. Yeah.
Okay. While we're here, we have an updated injury report, like with a bit of a summary. So let's go here for a moment. Jeremy Howe had some hip and groin soreness in the last quarter of Friday's game against North Melbourne. Howe's availability will be assessed following training on Thursday. TJ has completed his hamstring rehab and has returned to main training. His availability will be assessed on Thursday. Quaynor has increased his running loads and returned to full training following his ankle injury. His availability will also be assessed following training on Thursday. Lockie Schultz sustained an ankle injury, low-grade syndesmosis, rehab, and aims to return to play in 2 to 4 weeks, and Illaru still progressing through concussion protocol. So there's the lowdown on the injury update.
So there's a VFL bye as well for Collingwood. So TJ and Smith should be available next week.
Okay. Interesting. And Nick is on AFL 360 tonight. Thank you, Manny, for highlighting that. Again, I'm not sure how much you get out of those shows when they jump on. Obviously, they're very PR prepped for those shows and can only give you so much. So, but maybe you get something out of it. Maybe you don't. Still, any updates? 7 minutes ago, no update up until this point. Okay.
There's no updates, guys. Here, no updates.
I like it. Well, meanwhile, let's go back here. All right, let's go back here. Side bottom update after that game.
Yeah, he stays in, just like Harvey Harrison. Sort of proved me wrong. We need his experience and wisdom. Obviously, we're not going to get 2018 out of him anymore, but still a required player. So because of the injuries as well, I wouldn't change side bottom.
Talk to me about Tim Membry.
Man, the king of Marvel. I had him for 3 or 4 goals, but he only kicked the 2. I say only. If hindsight told me that he'd only kicked 2 goals, but he kicked the match winner, I'd take it. So Membry, deserving of an extension as well. I think a month ago I said I'd rather him out, just move on, play Charlie West, keep Padatsky, but Membry, he's kicking on. He said he wanted to stay on for another year, and his actions are backing that up. And I like that with these sort of players or people in general. And because of that, not just staying in the best 23, but yeah, keep him on for one more year, on track for 30+ goals. That's all we ask for Tim Membry.
Clutch. People will remember that. At the end of this year, they'll remember this game, and that goes a long way, doesn't it?
Yeah, and Tim Membry loves playing against Carlton. I think he's kicked 35 goals across 15 games, so hopefully he continues that sort of form against Carlton.
Yes, very true, very true. So Harrison, is he in?
So I was thinking about this, and I don't want to waffle on about it, but with the Lockie Schultz replacements, there's 3 possible inclusions for it, and they all provide different sort of traits for it. So Harvey Harrison for forward 50 pressure. You've got Will Hayes for his pace, and you've got Rowan Steele. I know it's not an exact forward pocket or direct forward, but Rowan Steele can kick goals. He's versatile, and that's, again, versatile as well. So Harrison, Hayes, or Rowan Steele, but I'm leaning towards Harvey Harrison simply for being managed last week. He's cherry ripe for this sort of game Saturday night. Okay.
All right. We'll leave that there for the moment. So where we're left with is this situation. So you got... and obviously Pendles he's just in. I think Pendles plays, in my opinion, then misses next week. And then Jeremy Howe, we can talk about him as well, but I think he would miss this week, play next week. Where do you sit with it?
With Pendles?
Pendles and Howie, intertwined, I suppose.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, well, and not just those 2 that play this game, but then, so hang on. You've got Howe missing this one or playing?
I've got him unsure now. If I had to guess, I'm saying he's out. Call it managed, call it injured. That's where I put him for now.
He was managed for Geelong, wasn't he?
Geelong. I can't quite remember, but I know he will be due for a management game. I just think he's to be assessed. I think he's a chance to miss. Where do you stand with it?
No, he actually played. He missed Hawthorn, I think. Yeah, you missed Hawthorn. Yeah, 5-day break. He's going to be managed for either Carlton or Adelaide. Pick your poison, pretty much.
Yeah.
I reckon this will be dependent on Frampton. I reckon. I'll say that now. Okay. If Frampton's cleared, then I think they will consider Howe to be managed. If Frampton's out, they'll want Howe to play this game against Carlton, and then Frampton comes back in for Adelaide. Howe goes out for Adelaide. Pendlebury most likely managed for Adelaide. I also thought maybe De Goey gets managed for Adelaide. He'll be playing game 200 next week, and I think they may consider that as well. So that's just something to think about. Even though 4 points is more important, just something to think about.
Okay. All right, let's keep it rolling. So now that leaves us with Long, Anderson, West, Buller, Pod, Hayes. Do you want to throw anyone else in for consideration on the bench? Like that's not on the list.
Yeah, Harrison Coe, Zach McCarthy, Aliro Smith. Just well, actually, Voidoid made a good point with Harrison Coe. Now, I think it's pretty clear who goes out in terms of omissions. So I could see us going in with Membry and McStay as the key forwards only. If you remember,
Buller out.
Yeah, so Buller's out. If you remember the final quarter against Carlton, we kicked 7 goals, 1. Oscar Steen was in the ruck. Now, I'm not expecting Harrison Coe, if he debuts, to play an Oscar Steen debut. That's not going to happen. And he can't jump as high. So I'll get that out of the way. But Darcy Cameron was resting as a key forward in that final quarter. Oscar Steen was being in the centre ball ups. And it worked a treat. Everyone was on song in that final quarter. And it's just something I reckon that we need to sort of utilise a little bit more. 2 ruckmen, not McStay. Let McStay do his thing as a key forward. But if Darcy Cameron has that proper help, he needs to be resting as a key forward, not just resting on the bench. And whoever's resting forward can fill a hole down back and make sure Mackay doesn't jump for those contested marks. McGovern, as well. I feel like one of Frampton, Howe, and possibly Puncher can manage those two, but I think we need that height with Cameron and possibly Coe filling a hole down back. So just something to consider. Do I think it will happen? Probably not. But yeah, like De Goey being managed next week, it's something to think about with Harris and Coe. For Buller, it means we have to lower the eyes heading inside 50 for our key forwards. And we need McStay and Membry on song as well for these entries. But a lot to think about. It's all going to be dependent on Frampton being cleared as well.
Yeah. So let's say Frampton's not available, but also Pitnet we know is apparently not available either, which means they will be limited to most likely just the one ruckman. Does that change your thoughts on anything?
Flynn Riley, yeah. He can play. Like, he held his own against Lloyd Meek. Something to, think about. We don't want Flynn Riley to do what Lockie McAndrew did to Darcy Cameron in the third quarter earlier in the year. So, again, something to think about. But it's also like, not if we lose. I don't want to think about that, but we got to pick our battles and our issues to worry about. Flynn Riley, we've got to treat him with respect. So, surprisingly, they're not a good clearance side this year, Carlton. So maybe that works in our favour. I don't expect us to dominate in the midfield, but breaking even is what we need to do. Starts with the centre ball ups, the hit outs. I don't want Flynn Riley to have a legacy game against us. So just little things like that I'm worried. Like last week I harped on about Trembath in the ruck. I was hoping he wouldn't have a breakout game. It was good to see Sherry and DC for one night only just play good footy. So for Flynn Riley in the ruck, also got to factor in they could call up Liam Reedy. I think he 2 goals in the VFL. I think they'd focus on that instead of having Mackay or Cripps play in the ruck. I just don't think that works.
Yeah. Ed Allen on Patrick Cripps. I'm looking forward to that. Do you think that's the obvious matchup, or does he go a Sam Walsh?
I'll go Patrick Cripps. He's not a hard tagger, Ed Allen. He's just right, you see this guy there? He's going to get 30 disposals. Get 20 of your own sort of thing, or even try and beat him with disposal count. That's how we're winning these games. Ed Allen holding his own against Butters, holding his own against Anderson, holding his own. I think it was Taranto he was on for Richmond or someone against Richmond. And then last week held his own against LDU. Less impact. In terms of nullifying impact, probably Walsh, but it's either. Like LDU and Sheasel, they'll figure it out.
All right, update. The Pies want it considered that veteran umpire Jacob Mollison assessed the tackle as holding the ball. As we know, veteran umpires made no mistakes in round 18, referring to the Jack Ginnivan 50-metre call. The AFL argues Whitlock was vulnerable and was slung, driven or rotated to the ground with excessive force. See, my argument from what I've seen is he was rotated onto his back, not into the ground.
Yeah. Well, tried to. Again, he's a lanky player, that Whitlock.
Call it for what it is, mate. Tell us how you really feel, mate. We're here for it. He's a scrawny bugger. He's a scrawny bugger. He ran into a beast. He ran into someone that wasn't in his weight class.
Trying to play like a small forward, he got what he deserved.
That's it. You try shrug off still side bottom. Sorry, mate. You've got Billy Frampton there to get through. You thought you were done. You thought still side bottom was your only assignment. You were wrong.
You don't mess with the Frampton.
No. Okay. So there's our update, and that took about 20 minutes for Zeta to give us that. No result yet, Mercedes. No result. There's no result here. Okay. Am I stuck? Am I stuck here, Nate?
No, we'll talk through it. So Anderson surely stays in the side.
Is he less certainty being in the side this week than he was last week?
I believe so, but I think there's enough there to keep him in.
Should we do a poll? Should we turn to democracy for the one time?
Yep, let's turn to Democracy Manifest on this one.
All right, let's do a poll. Start a poll. Should Anderson stay in the side? How about that? Yes or no? We need binary. There's no maybes. We need binary responses. Okay. Should Anderson stay in the side? Yes or no? Wow. Okay. It's been up for 5 seconds and it's 100% yes. Over 20 votes, all yes for Anderson. Ben Zero, fake poll king Anthony does what he wants anyway. The fake poll king. That's a good one. Okay. So is 30 votes at 100% yes enough to keep Anderson in the side, do you think?
I reckon, yeah.
Are you a yes now?
I changed my mind. Yeah, he stays in.
All right. So Anderson stays on the side. All right. Take us through the key position forward stocks for consideration.
Yeah, so surely Buller's out. Yeah, Buller's out. Thank you. Oh, man. I'll tell you how I really feel.
Yeah.
Jack Buller. I heard this saying about cricket. Cricket fielding is like staring to someone's soul, and I feel like that applies to set shot kicking.
Yep.
And I'm staring into Jack Buller's soul with his set shot kicking at AFL level. It's the worst technique I've seen. It's the worst connection I've seen. It's not the worst accuracy, but it's not there. So for Buller, go back to the VFL, learn your craft. We'll take a week off, pretty much. So, West or Padatsky? West has been trialled up the ground a little bit more in the VFL, doing well in sort of a different position compared to what he's usually doing at VFL. Not kicking as many goals, but there's versatility there. They want him to play consistent footy across 4 quarters, not kick 3 goals, 15 disposals, and have a good first quarter and then taper off, or start slow, plays well. And then there's Padatsky. So,
yeah. You know what's interesting, and Mick raises it, which sort of segues into my point. When I was watching him in the preseason, I actually lauded his set shot routine and his accuracy at training. That's just training. VFL level, he's kicking 5 goals, 1, 4 goals, 1, whatever it may be. I would just wonder how much of it is mental at the end of the day.
I reckon it's all mental with Jack Buller. 18 goals, 6, I think it was, VFL. And his connection in the VFL, it's actually a pretty good or perfect set shot kick when it connects and when it works.
Yeah.
It's just not there at AFL recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Liability sort of areas.
And, you only get so many chances to prove your to settle into your confidence in front of goals at AFL level. And unfortunately, we saw it with the pod. If you don't kick straight and you're on not borrowed time, but you have less rope, you're judged heavily upon your scoreboard impact if you are a key position player playing for the Collingwood Football Club.
No, take your bloody chances. You won't get dropped. Simple message.
Okay. In saying that, are we assuming that West or Pod are in at this point?
Yeah, one of West or Pod. I reckon they'll do that instead of Harrison Coe debuting and my sort of idea or Voidoid's idea.
Ergo, who do you pick, my friend?
I'll go West.
Okay. Just for the vibes kind of thing, like young star, like a lot of potential. Let's just do it. Don't worry about form so much. It's not incredibly important. It's not like, I think with Westy, Nate, it's like he's proven himself at VFL level. Yes, he might not be having the same returns that he's had at the start of the season and for the entirety of last season, but I feel like just get him into the AFL, and it completely goes against the selection integrity talk. So what have you say?
I'll go West, and I don't want to have Captain Hindsight on my ass to say we should have played Mitch Padatsky or yada yada yada. So I'll go Charlie West, even though the last 2 weeks for my little selection speculations or calls have gone the wrong way. Players proven me wrong. So I would hate for Charlie West to come in, have 4 disposals, 1 mark, no impact. Otherwise, I will squeal.
I'd like to hear what a Nate squeal sounds like, but maybe we'll save it for another day.
Padatsky's got that versatility, though. He can get the ground ball. He can play up the ground. He's not tall, though. And technically neither. They're key forwards, but technically not tall. Tall, but not tall.
Okay. So look where we land. Is this simply a conversation of Will Hayes in and Ned Long potentially out? Is this where we're at?
If I was reading Craig McRae's mind, I don't think he's going to drop Ned Long. But I'm also leaning towards not dropping Ned Long because I prefer to keep the side stable going forward. I just think of last year managing players, it was their own undoing pretty much from 10 points clear on top to falling to 4th spot. So I don't want to see managemental drops or omissions until the results say otherwise. So Quaynor comes in. Hopefully Frampton's cleared so he's not dropped or not being replaced. And Schultz injured, so that's at least 2 changes. I think it has to be at least 2, maybe 3 if you want a management, but I don't want injuries, managements, omissions. We got to keep a stable side. So that's why I'd keep Ned Long. And then again, if we lose this game, then we can tinker around with the side for next week.
Okay. All right. Hold that thought. The AFL argues Frampton could have released Whitlock's arm earlier in the tackle or do anything to slow momentum of the tackle, which the league argues increases rather than decreases. Seriously. I mean, he didn't hold him for the longest time. Like it's such a short moment. Like how can you possibly make that argument? It's ridiculous, isn't it?
No, the police showed up. Drop your weapon. And he dropped Whitlock like that.
Yeah. There you go. Who's that?
It's me.
Cool. The dogs were going crazy. I was like, what's going on? Okay. All right. So we move away from that. We come back here. All right. So where we are going to quote unquote disagree for the first time tonight. And obviously you don't necessarily disagree, but you're living in the mind of Fly. I'm going to coerce Fly. I've got pictures of him. So let's do this. Hey, Mabs, how are you? I am streaming. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to lean into the Ned Long out. Also going to go Hayes in.
Oh, okay.
I'm big on the Hayes train.
Just check the comments. Elvis has broken the news, I think.
No way.
Although he's blue, raw, unfiltered. So read into that what you will.
There's nothing there. The AFL Tribunal has officially upheld. I don't see that here.
Well, Darren's commenting. Refresh it.
He said, damn. Refresh. No, nothing yet. Could be cap. Could be cap. I think it'd be too early to end this tribunal. It wouldn't go against the grain of what they're about.
Where's the fun in all of this?
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry, we're still here, guys. Okay. So I've got that. And then where we differ for now, you're going to be Ben tonight. I'm putting you're Ben.
Yeah.
So bang. Bang. And you're maintaining that Long will hold his spot just based on, rationale behind it sort of thing.
Hold the fort.
Hold the fort. Look, I think that happens, but like, could it be Hayes in and then like no West, essentially?
Yeah. Oh, no, not with Harrison in. I reckon it'll be either with Harrison and West instead of West and Hayes.
Mm. Yeah. Any update? Let's see. Still nothing as of 4 minutes ago. So nothing there. Okay.
That's a fair point. I don't have my kombucha with me.
Any final calls here? You're what are you saying?
I reckon it's 3 changes. 3 changes. It'll be 2 forced changes and Buller dropped. I don't think we'll see. One of Frampton or Howe. Oh, no. Now I'm confusing myself. Shit. I need a kombucha.
Does Roan still belong in this conversation, or are you not there?
No, he does. He does. I mentioned him earlier with Hayes and Harrison replacing Lockie Schultz, one of those three. Roan still's got versatility. He can kick a goal or two.
Sullivan, does he get one more chance? Like, he has been our best player the last couple of weeks.
He is, but we're going to need a wholesale of changes and injuries for Sullivan to be considered emergency. Mm-hmm. That's as far as we'll go, I reckon.
Mm.
I wouldn't rule him out though. Like I wouldn't put him to the wayside forever. I reckon there's one more game in him for AFL, but it's more because we're managing players for the sake of it.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going Hayes, West Quaynor, Hal Buller Long out. You're going Hal Buller out, West Quaynor in.
No, I had a third change, didn't I? I had Quaynor in. Yeah, Quaynor in. It was Quaynor, Harrison in.
Oh, well, hold on a second. I haven't got Harrison. So you haven't given us your third out. And I haven't got Harrison. So hold on, sorry. I tell a lie.
I think we're both going 3 changes, but you're dropping Long. I'm not dropping Long.
Yeah, what are you doing? Does that mean you can't go Angus Anderson? That was a unanimous yes to play.
I'm not dropping Anderson. No way. Quaynor in. Oh, yeah. Quaynor in. Harrison in. West in. Out goes Buller, Howe, and Schultz.
Oh, so
3 changes for me.
I think that changes my changes as well. So I must change.
So you're going 4 changes.
No. Harrison, West, Quaynor. Where's Schultz? What have I done with him? Where is he? Here he is. All right. Apologies. What would I do without you tonight? Tell me that.
Nothing.
Nada. So we agree.
Obviously, we've got the one change that we disagree on with Ned Long.
No. Look what I've done.
What? Okay, why are you copying me?
I'm not.
But your 4th change is Hayes in for...
No, I took him away. because I forgot about Harrison. Pies, there was no rotation, slinging, or driving into the ground at all. That's the update we got. It feels like someone's working through a typewriter and like mailing it out, and the bird is sort of delivering the message. That's where we're in right now.
They're using Telstra. It's taking forever.
G says, "Hey guys, hope all is well. I honestly think Billy doesn't get off and Howe is forced to play. That would be a terrible situation if Howie is forced to play injured, is what I'll say."
We didn't really have a conversation about Noah Howes and or Joel Cochran.
We didn't at all. So what have you made of Howe's return post-shoulder injury?
I'm glad he's back, and he feels like he hasn't missed a beat, but he's not the lockdown defender. He's the zone off defender, intercepting defender. No, it's been solid. It's not kicking the door down of selection though, but he's providing valuable depth if we need it.
Yeah. Where I thought he was a serious chance was where he hit a really strong purple patch as that intercepting defender. I don't feel like he's had that impact as much. So where does he stand right now? He's averaging 5.9 intercept possessions per game, just a little bit beneath the threshold of where Leah Puncher sits right now at 6 intercept possessions. So if that pays any more of a story, but yeah, Noah Howes without, and I think Noah House reminds me more of a Jeremy Howe. I really do. Like we saw him sit on his head in that training session last year. Noah House is quite confident by foot. I just look, he doesn't have to play this year, but I still think there's a is there a place for Noah House on our list going into next year? Would be my question to you.
No, I think there is. But I think it might be a case of one of Noah House and Cochrane. With Liam Puncher coming through, he'd have to stay. McInnes is still on the list. Moore still on the list. Frampton extended. Depending on Jeremy Howe, and if he stays, then I think it might come down to one of Howes and Cochrane. But I'd go Noah House.
Wait, Cochrane's out of contract at the end of this year? He hasn't had an extension yet, has he?
No, he's out of contract as well.
I think they both get an extension. That would be my hope. How about that?
Oh, it'd be a hope, absolutely. But just thinking list requirements, and I think they'll both be told to wait after the trade period if they're going to stay or not.
Interesting. That's going to be interesting because there's a lot of Cochrane diehards. You know, they're big on Cochrane, you know?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah. Channel 9 just announced shootout for a month. Yeah, 2 to 4 weeks is what we're hearing, MD.
And as I said earlier, it's either going to be 2 to 4 weeks or he's not coming back at all. Not because we're knocked out. It's just at these sort of time frames around this time, they get very murky. Like Jeremy Cameron, 4 to 6 weeks with that AC joint injury, really?
Trying to see Cochrane not having that intercept impact so much, is he? He's sort of that rebounding 6'6" guy who hasn't come into his game truly just yet.
I was going to say, but the rebounding game. Yeah. That's what sets him apart from Noah House.
Yeah, for sure.
There was times last year he was playing on the wing. So I feel like there's that sort of element as well to Joel Cochrane.
Like a Nick Cox type of player?
Possibly, yeah. And I still remember that goal in the preseason, 65 metres out. I think he kicked it into the breeze.
Yeah, that was against North, wasn't it?
Yeah. Good old Ballarat.
Yeah. There you go. Shame is a week off. I would have liked to have seen a bit of a Joel Frampton and a bit of a Joel Cochrane and Noah House. Far out. The Pies say Frampton in this tackle did what he has been coached to do, including trying to rotate Whitlock towards him and trying to get under him in order to cushion Whitlock's fall, which is pretty much everything we thought we saw with that tackle. Landed on his back. It was almost as if Billy Frampton was underneath him, cradling him. Gee whiz, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Warble says, silver lining is if Billy goes, we'll have to play a young key-size defender like Howes or Cochrane. Oh, wait, Fly will actually pick Parker instead, and you'll say we have no like for like. So what we haven't done yet, Nate Dogg, is if Frampton is unavailable, what happens then? That's where it gets real murky.
We're fucked.
So would you go Howes, Parker, or Cochrane? Yeah, I have to include Parker because that has been the case from time to time. But no Jeremy Howe either. You'd have to. Nah, there's no Will Parker in this conversation if Jeremy Howe and Billy Frampton are both unavailable.
If they're both unavailable, then one of Howe's Cochrane come in, and Darcy Cameron's not seeing a minute in the forward line. He's filling a hole down back.
And that's where Harrison Coe gets reintroduced into the conversation as well.
Yeah, possibly. That's just an idea again. But yeah, I reckon they'll probably just have DC play down back. Dan McStay will cover the ruck situation up forward for the entire game. But it does, when Dan McStay is pulled and stretched like that, his influence goes down. It's not his fault. Sure.
But would you accept that McStay, like if he has to play back all game, like let it be this game where we have nothing in some ways?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I'm just
the Pies. The Pies argue if momentum increased in the tackle, it's because Whitlock's knees hit the ground and his body jolts forward.
Is Ben at the tribunal, or that's his wording, isn't it?
Calling it word for word. And we're in trouble. We're in dire straits because Mick Sucker has run out of cigaros, some cigarettes at home.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Is in some serious strife. You never want to hear that.
I reckon he'll go get his next pack. Someone will come up to him. You got a cigarette, mate?
Yeah.
Shit hits the fan from there.
Absolutely. If Frampton's out, I'm Noah Howe's in.
Yeah.
Would you be the same?
I'll be that as well. Yeah, Noah Howe's over Joel Cochran to come in. We could, Jeremy Howe could be fit and available though, and then that also changes.
So let's make them both orange. Just like that's a asterisk. Asterisk. What is it?
Asterisk. Asterisk. We've all got that word.
Oh, fuck.
We can't pronounce it properly.
No good, mate.
Restaurant.
Restaurant.
Can't spell that for shit, but
do you when you need to go to the toilet, what do you say to someone? Like, say you're at a restaurant or you're at your mate's house or along those lines. What are you saying?
Well, if I'm at a mate's place and I haven't been there, can I use your toilet?
Yep.
That's a clear answer or clear question. At a restaurant or whatever, I'll just be a minute. Yeah.
Well, you're lying because you won't be a minute. Firstly,
yeah, 100%. Sorry,
That's a lie.
I'm gonna take a shit. I'll be back.
I say doesn't matter where I'm at, work, public, friend's place. I say, where's the restroom? Like, if I don't know where the toilet is, I go, where's the can I use your restroom, or where's the restroom, or I'm just gonna go to the restroom. I'll be back. And some people just look at me like I'm not okay. Is that weird?
No, I think your friends are weird. I think you need to have a chat with your friends, your family.
I also toilet thoughts, restroom thoughts, Nate. For some reason, I asked myself this question a couple of weeks ago, and I asked myself, what would be the most awkward encounter ever in your life with a stranger? And my one is, you go to the toilet, and you know how you want to check, like the door's closed. The door's closed next to you, and you're curious if there's someone in there. And like, imagine you go to check underneath the cubicle, and they simultaneously do the same thing, and then you lock eyes.
It must be love. Love.
That is certainly the most awkward encounter I could possibly think of. If you have one that you think can rival that, I'm curious to get your thoughts.
I was in Faulkner last year. They've got public toilets. I don't know what street it is. It's not BT Connor Reserve. It's CB Smith Reserve. There's a public toilets, not at the venue, but like
Mall and Zebras.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, what are you living in 2016? But the public
it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while, and then some. But the public toilet, they've upgraded the toilets, whatever. But the door was closed over, but it wasn't locked. I opened the door. There's a guy right there doing the proper number 2, acting like I'm the weird one for fucking walking in on him. Sorry, you've got the door closed over in public, doing a number 2 in public. That's ballsy right there. But for me to walk in like that, don't blame me for that. It's not like I barged the door in for this. No, the door was closed over. The green symbol was there. If it was red, I'd be like, I wouldn't touch it. But it's all fair game.
Closed over, like it was open?
It was open. I opened the door and he's right there taking a shit.
Why is it closed over if it's open? Like, isn't that like, aren't they on the opposite ends of the definitions? Closed over.
Closed over. So he hasn't locked the door. The lock
right.
was never used. He's just closed it and he's taking a shit.
So the door's shut, but it's not locked shut.
Yeah.
Closed, therefore closed over.
Never, wasn't locked, wasn't shut properly.
Yeah. And you opened the door on him and he looked at you like you were the weirdo.
Yeah.
And what did you do?
I had to walk across to CB Smith and got in. Had to use the toilets that way. I had to hold it in for a few minutes, but
Who said sorry?
it wasn't me.
Did he say sorry?
In that situation? No, he didn't say sorry. No, he was angry at me. I didn't say sorry. I
Right.
actually said fucking hell.
Gee whiz. Update. The Pies, in other news, the Pies argue Whitlock's knee, hip, elbow, and shoulder take the majority of the impact rather than his head due to the duty of care shown by Frampton. There you go. Totally agree with that. That's totally. What's a duty of care, says Mercedes? I don't know. Not entirely privy to the terminology.
Duty of care would be to just let him kick the footy through for a goal.
Yeah.
No point tackling him at this point.
G says, I know Buller had a shocker, but I keep him in for this week. Don't like this chopping and changing with our forward line all the time. I see a world where Buller could potentially play, but at the same time, he had an absolute nightmare. And with Pod and Weston, your VFL twos, I think you just have to ask the question, no?
Based off that performance, like if I had to compare it, it would have been to Ash Johnson early 2024, those first two games where he just had no impact, bit of a liability, and that's what I felt with Jack Buller. Just every time I came in, straight to Jack Buller, I just knew we weren't scoring.
Pies, a reasonable player would have not attempted to release an arm any earlier than Frampton did. Fair enough.
Yeah, they're going for the tackle. They're saving the goal.
Yeah. Totally understandable. So Mohammed, who works in security in the CBD, he says in security terms, we call it locked open.
This door wasn't locked, but I wish people were there and saw it. Not the person in there, but there's no way I'm opening a door. It closed over. Closed. Have you seen Have you seen the movie Zack and Miri Make a Porno?
I remember it. I can't say I remember watching it though.
That's fair enough. It's not a major scene, but the starting or opening scenes, Seth Rogen's character opens the door and there's his friend who's in the toilet, and the argument is, it was closed over.
Right. Okay. So there it is.
That was pretty much what it was. Like, I'm Seth Rogen. That bloke was the girl. I'm not walking in on someone like opening a door. I've seen those memes like where when you're at home, knocking on the door quietly, asking if someone's in there. When you're in public, banging on the door. Who's taking a shit in there? Sort of, yeah. I wasn't like that. I'm defending myself. I don't need to, but that's my awkward situation with the toilet.
Yeah. My brother, not so long ago, he met this guy a handful of times at the sauna. And then when they were leaving, the guy said, "See you, mate. Have a good day." And my brother said, "Yeah, good. How are you?"
Yeah, that's wires being crossed and then some. I did think of an awkward toilet situation. It might be a bit too far.
Let's do it.
You're in the disabled toilets and someone has to use it.
Go on.
So that's
You're in the disabled. Sorry, say that again.
You're in the disabled toilets, whether you're thinking it's a last resort or whatever, and then someone genuinely has to use it.
I've gone down the thought line of sometimes thinking I've got no other choice here but to walk out with a limp, respectfully.
Yeah, no, that
I've
would be
thought about
awkward.
that.
Yeah, I've not been in that situation. Never have. Hopefully, never will. But yeah, thank you for the idea. If I need to walk out with a limp,
or you can just say the other toilets were busy, right?
I'll just
What
say,
do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Shit my pants?
Yeah, I'll just say, hey, I'm Nate from Nate Talks Pies. It is what it is.
Chopper Nate.
But when you brought up the sauna, I thought, oh god, here we go. This could go anywhere.
See, I led with that because I knew that's where your mind would go.
Yeah. Got me. Well done.
Go. Yeah, gotcha.
Josh, though, he brings up a good point.
What does he say? Is this conversation because of Mac Andrew and Jamar? So here's the thing. Two blokes, two 25-year-old blokes go into a disabled toilet in a public setting. what do you think they're actually doing?
Oh, just helping each other out.
Yeah,
One needs one needs assistance, and that's that.
pretty much.
Yeah. I'm
That's
starting to
so
think
dumb. It's so dumb, by the way. Like, it's so dumb. Like, what are you like? Come on, like, are you guys idiots?
I'm starting to think this Jamara guy has got behavioural issues.
Like he's got us. He's been gifted a second chance. He worked hard enough to get to the point, and like this is just. I don't know where they go with it because they can't necessarily test them. I don't know if they can do that. So someone correct me if I'm wrong there. 2, there's no camera in the toilet, so
You don't think?
you know what I mean.
Actually, that's too far.
I mean, like, sure, certainly a possibility, of course. Like, whatever floats your boat, right?
Yeah.
100%. But I think the former idea that we're insinuating is, is that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this happened on a Wednesday, and Mac Andrew played on a Saturday.
You see that to me, you know what? Here's my other thought. Could have they just been vaping?
Yeah, that seems plausible.
Yeah. If I were them two, I would literally come out and end all the what's the word? Suspicion. I say, yeah, look, we were vaping. You got us.
Yeah, well, Jamara has to, given his history.
Yeah. Mohammed says not allowed to have CCTV in venue or public toilets. So that's coming straight from someone who works in security. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah, so clubs are having their issues, man. Like we got the Bobby Hill issue, Geelong are having the Tyson Stengel issue. It seemed like Jamara Ugle-Hagan was, finding the right way. Who knows where this goes? We were speculating, but 2 and 2 together, Yeah, could have taken stimulants. Yeah, who knows, man? Who knows what they could have been? Who knows? Thankfully, it's not to do with the Collingwood Football Club. How good is it not seeing Jordan Ngoe in this dark light anymore?
He's changed. What happened to him? He's boring now.
Did you see, how Collingwood would like do the pre-game snaps of what they got up to before on game day?
Yeah, he had his he had his fucking farm animals.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Should have done it 5 or 6 years ago. Pre-game snaps.
Yeah. Would have been a very different look.
Yeah.
Hey, I would genuinely like if the world aligned, I would genuinely move to a farm. I would. That would be something I'd like to do. You're from regional Victoria, mate. Did you grow up on a farm?
Farm, more so orchard.
Orchard?
An orchard.
Which is?
Fruit.
A fruit farm.
Fruit farms, yeah.
Strawberries?
So, no, mostly pears, nashies.
Yeah, right. Did you pump
depending
them?
Depending on what they grew.
Yeah. And are you an avid consumer of pears, or are you over them now?
No, I like pears. Still eat it.
Yeah.
But not my
I reckon
go-to
pears
food.
they're definitely not, they're not on my to-do list, that's for sure.
Yeah. No, they're very hard.
Yeah. No, but the ones that you actually get that, are fresh from a farm, they taste a million times different to the ones you get at, Woolies and Coles, obviously.
Yeah.
But just saying.
Every fruit's like that.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So 8 minutes and no update. So we've got the Collingwood injury update. We're pretty much up until this point, we're up to date. I wonder whether so Joey has just said something on AFL 360 regarding list management at the end of the year, and he said, I wonder whether the conversation is with Scott Pendlebury. And 4 weeks ago I wouldn't have said that, but I think that's a fair point to raise. Like it is evolving each week, isn't it? Like who should we retire, or who should decide to retire at the end of this year? A couple of weeks ago would have been certainly side bottom. He's still in that conversation. The start of the year would have been Jeremy Howe. And 6 weeks ago, you wouldn't dare suggest Scott Pendlebury would be retiring at the end of this year.
Yeah. Membry as well. and then a little bit of crisp, but crisp will be fine. It will stay on. But it's a moving sort of thing every week with these veterans and where we sit on the ladder and where we stand in terms of the premiership window and
Yeah.
4 wins in a row.
ESC says strawberries are disgusting and overrated. That's harsh.
It's not a fear, but and I'm going to be un-Australian for saying this, I hate beetroot. Something about it growing up, the taste, the texture, the stains it leaves. I just can't.
They always come out in your in the toilet as well.
Yeah, that as well.
I love beetroot though. I do love beetroot.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I understand if you guys like it, but even we had a sandwich platter at lunch at work a couple of years ago. Picked up this sandwich, ate it, had this weird texture to it. Found out it's beetroot, spat it all out. That sort of vitriol I have for it. Can't do it.
Fair enough, mate. If it's if it doesn't float your boat, then it is what it is, right?
Yeah, and responding to Mick, yeah, Shep shit. That's why I'm in Melbourne.
What's good about Shepparton?
What is good about it? It's going to sound cliche, but the many different cultures, the togetherness, everyone that grew up together still knows each other. So there's that. It's changed a lot since I've left, so I couldn't give you a rundown of what it's like now. They've definitely upgraded like venues and sporting venues and whatnot. They had to do that because of the Commonwealth Games, and then they had to get rid of it. But they're still upgrading. There's still that. It's cheap if you want to move out. There's that. Melbourne's cost of living keeps going up. It's going up everywhere, but if you want somewhere cheaper, if you want to get out of the Melbourne bubble, Shepparton could be a place for you. But if
did you move by yourself?
Yeah, I did. So I went to TAFE after year 12, and then it was either going to be Latrobe and Bendigo or VU, sorry, in Footscray, and chose VU in Footscray for my uni. So everyone I knew went to Latrobe, Bendigo. I moved to Wangaratta after year 12, did TAFE, did my diploma. I just thought I needed a fresh start, like see new people and whatnot. So moved to Melbourne, and the rest has been history for me.
There you go. Elvis in the chat says he loves a bowl of fuki, which is Japanese butterbur. Whatever this is. Also an artist, apparently. Uh, 12 minutes of no update. How you going? Oh, here we go. The Pies are now trying to argue impact should be graded low rather than medium.
So we're going back to the start of it all. Downgrade it to low, and it's over.
Fireman. What have we posted on your channel this week, Nate, and what can we expect?
Well, I did the here we go. I did the Collingwood Stay or Go 2026 out of contract players for July.
Ooh.
Now I uploaded it after you uploaded a video about Jeremy, or not Jeremy Howe, but I forgot what the title of it was. But at 7 o'clock you uploaded a video, so I held off to 7:15, and then Swoop Luke did his swoop report, which has done well. So I think algorithm-wise it hasn't hit, but the out of contract players for 2026. It's a milquetoast reaction, just who I think is going to stay, who goes, or what the club's thinking right now. So I still have Sidebottom and Pendlebury retiring. I've changed my mind on Jeremy Howe and Tim Menbury as 50-50s. Either they stay on one more year or they'll retire or be out. Ed Allen I've got as 50-50, not because I want him as 50-50. If I was controlling contracts, I'd have him stay yesterday. But 50-50 in terms of whether he stays, whether he goes. Yeah.
Here we are. Let's guys, if you're new to Nate, Nate says good things about the Pies.
Some good things.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Right? Yeah. Get around him.
But we've got 16 out of contract players, and I've got 9 as 50-50. 2 I think will retire. I think 2 or 3 will be delisted. That's Jacob Ryan and Lockie Sullivan. And then the rest are all 50-50, but it's all to watch this space, as I keep saying.
Pendles retire, Sidey retire, Howie 50-50, Membry 50-50, Chris stay, unsure if Ed Allen gets the contract, Sully D-list, Will Park 50-50, JR out, Noah 50, Illaru 50, Cochrane 50, Saxonar stay, Co 50, Puncher stay, and Pod 50.
Some good comments as well regarding the mid-season recruits and just everyone else's opinion for who stays and who goes.
Only ask for a 6-month contract. Really, it will be their choice. It would be their choice. In Punch's case, that would make him an offer. He may have won someone's contract with a view going back to South Australia. I think he would stay if approached, as he has no guarantees in another club. Although I reckon others might sound him out. Now he is shown. I mean, I think someone said before that, Puncher, we need to try and get him on the primary list to give him something that's an incentive enough to stay rather than the rookie list.
Yeah. No, give them a full pre-season, grow from there. But Podatsky and Co, they're interesting because of their ages. They're not old, but the mid-season recruits, they're here to fill a need right now, but do we need it for next year? Otherwise, we find depth elsewhere. That's 50-50. But if they're playing games this year or the next month or so, then I'll change my mind for them to stay.
Yep. There you go. Elvis has subscribed. There you go. Elvis has entered the building.
Hey, on the road to 1,000.
Yes, sir. 9:51. Where are we at now?
Yeah,
There we go.
agreeing with
9:53.
Agreeing with what Darren said. Sign up Puncher and Allen ASAP. My view.
Yeah.
That's my view as well. Just some of my 50-50s are because of what the club's thinking. I think they'll hold these players off until the trade period, and then they'll extend them. But yeah, thank you, Elvis, for subscribing. Appreciate it. Love you. Sorry you died 50 years ago, but
yeah, thank you very much. Sign up Puncher and Allen ASAP. ASAP.
And get Frampton cleared.
Yes. So when did this start? This started over an hour ago. I don't even know how close we are to a conclusion, which is good fun. We're now at the 2 hour and 12 mark of this stream. Here we go. Are you doing a stream with Into the Woods tonight? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah. Once this is done, I'm heading straight over.
What time are they supposed to be starting?
Oh, they started 15 minutes ago. So we've got Swoop Luke live streaming.
Yeah,
you're live streaming. Into the Woods is streaming.
Yes. Yes.
Streaming wars right now.
Yeah, it's all happening. The Collingwood Army are out and about. That's for sure. Yeah. There you go. Anything here? Nothing. Hey, I've got to go to the restroom. Can you hold it down for a second, Nate?
Oh, my time to shine. All right. I'll give it a go. I was checking David Zeta's Twitter. Oh, he's off. He's off. All right.
He's off.
Any questions? He's off.
He's
off.
What do you mean?
Are you taking a shit right now, or?
I was going to the restroom.
Yeah, no, you can go.
So am I off or is Billy Frampton off?
No, not yet.
I'm off.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No, go. I'll hold the fort.
But you said he's off.
I said you're off.
Ah, I got you.
I got to refrain from the word off, I reckon. So last update from David Zeta 17 minutes ago. Pies, quote, a reasonable player would not have attempted to release an arm any earlier than Frampton did. Everyone's saying take a shit. Off the little boy's room. Everyone in the chat, go to the restroom, come back in a minute. I'll just sit here and relax. Or am I off to the restroom? You never know. You can't hear it, but you just never know. You just never know. $7:16 p.m. No updates. There's no updates here, guys. Here, no updates. Check the numbers as well. Someone's probably tuned in, seen Nate Talks Pies, going, "What the fuck is this?" and then tuned out. Same with everyone else. I don't have any dad jokes. I'm not a dad. Can't think of anything off the top of my mind that wouldn't get me in trouble as well. I got the bucket here. Jesus Christ. It's going to be a whole night of live streams. But I think it's ridiculous. It's a 1 week ban. Trying to get it downgraded to low. It's taken over an hour. I feel like this is a sort of suspension that gets sorted straight away, whether it's reduced or upheld. It shouldn't be dragged on for over an hour. I feel like the MyCheck one wasn't as drawn out. Thoughts are with Brody MyCheck still, with his neck injury. Hang on. I won't share screen, but I will check North Melbourne's injury list.
How are we going?
I'm just checking North Melbourne's injury list. I don't think they've updated it with Whitlock, surely. No.
Nothing.
So he's fine. So everyone went to the restroom. I used the bucket. Mello's asked if I use tomato sauce in the fridge or cupboard. Now, that's controversial. Now, I have to defend myself. I have to put it in the fridge because anywhere else in my apartment, I don't know why, but it gets moldy.
Oh.
I got to check that out, but I keep it in the fridge for that reason. I put Vegemite in the cupboard, though.
Fair play.
I might be in a bit of strife with some people on that one.
The Orangutan says, "Have you chatted to Swoop Luke at all after becoming more popular?" No, we don't really talk, but like, there's no dramas there. That's it's just like everyone's just doing their own thing,
There's no drama here. Here, no drama.
No drama, mate. No drama.
We all love each other. Everybody love everybody.
Exactly. So, yeah. Dad pro-life tip: if you see someone crying, ask them if it's because of their haircut and leave. That's brutal. ESC wants to know where you live, mate. Jeez. Take him out for dinner first and ask to go to the restroom first.
So I switch between Footscray and Maribyrnong. That's been my history here in Melbourne.
Maribyrnong.
But I'm thinking of moving to Sunbury.
Why not come to the southeast, mate? Come experience real Melbourne.
All my mates have said that. They've all said that as well. Come experience the real Melbourne.
Yeah.
Just more expensive out east compared to west.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Do I look like someone that can survive in the east?
Yeah, easy. Oozy. Yeah. Graceland, that's Footscray, isn't it?
High Point is Footscray.
High Point, not Knife Point, you mean?
Knife Point, yeah. Machete Point.
Yeah. There you go. There are cameras in Lipper's toilet, says Stewie. Settle down, mate.
No, Stu's right. Ben told me this as well.
That's true. He was there last week, wasn't he?
Those legs, man, they can't bend like that.
No.
But I was saying, it's an hour and 20 minutes of this hearing. Surely there's a decision by now. This should have been over minutes ago, maybe even an hour ago.
Are you surprised?
Little surprised it's being dragged out. Not because of Collingwood, but Paul Curtis. Oh, here we go. David said 10 minutes ago. The Pies are now trying to argue impact should be graded low rather than medium, which was said, 10 minutes ago.
Cheers, Jeff. We should just sit here in silence and just wait. We'll make this a what's the word when you go on like a strike?
Well, protest.
Yeah,
Silent
sure.
protest.
Silent protest. We'll go to the city. We'll block the Westgate Bridge.
What's that bird they keep spray painting? We'll do that.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that? Did he give up?
I think he did. Well, here's a debate. Is it graffiti or vandalism? Well, do you consider it art or vandalism?
I would say vandalism, right? Surely.
That's a fair point. I think it's more vandalism than art. Some people see graffiti, no matter what it is, as art.
Yeah. You know when shops like get people to do graffiti on the side? That's art.
Yeah.
You know, vandalism is insinuating that like it's been done in an illegal manner, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. And the people, or where it's been done, they don't like it.
Yeah.
I've got mates who think that sort of thing is art, and I don't. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with them, but it's just more of a, if that was done on your house, would you consider that art still? That's sort of my questioning for it.
Yeah, right. How much? Oh, the tribunal is now deliberating. Here we go. So we might have to wait 15 minutes for this deliberation to occur, but here we are.
Oh, and MD said it best: the traffic in the southeast.
No traffic, mate. No traffic.
There's no traffic here, guys. Here, no traffic.
That's it. How much do you not want to lose against Carlton?
Well, if a snake bit Lipinski on the arse, I would suck the venom out to win the game against Carlton.
Wow. That's
not because
big
of
time.
pleasure, but because I just want to beat Carlton.
Yeah, you see, pleasure and Lipinski are synonymous with each other, so you don't do yourself many favors there.
Well, you asked the question, I answered.
How much are the lawyers being paid to defend Billy Frampton? That's what I want to know.
Well,
any lawyers in the chat?
Well, this would be after 5 o'clock, so their billable hours bullshit would be through the roof.
Yeah, for sure. Would love to know if someone's like in the law game here would know. Someone who's probably hired lawyers actually. You know, if you don't want to out yourself, I'd like to know how much these lawyers are earning by the minute right now. Darren says too much. Darren knows, is what he's saying.
If Frampton gets off, it's not enough in terms of paying that lawyer.
Boomer says, how much have you got? I like it. I love it. Do you collect footy cards?
No, not anymore.
Don't say I'm not 12 anymore.
No. I wasn't going to say that. No.
What were you going to say?
I think I was more of a footy badge guy. If anything.
Wallop loves his badges.
He does, absolutely. Shout out Wallop fam.
Yes, sir. We love Wallop. What have I got? Collingwood wise, I've got this. You see that or not really?
Not clearly. Let me bring up YouTube. No, not clearly. Because of the grey background. Bobby Hill. Yeah.
Okay.
That's Nakos. That's more clearer. Yeah, Nick Dacos. Side bottom side bottom. The bold head gave it away.
I've got a couple more in the other room, but CBF, you know. Look at that.
Yeah, I got the Blu-ray of that.
Mine's not Blu-ray.
Yeah. Did you buy that straight away though? Because I bought the original the day after when I got back to Melbourne. And then once the Blu-ray came out a month later, I just got rid of the old one to my dad and I bought the Blu-ray with it.
Yeah, right. Yorgos is back with some kombucha from Coles. Thank you. Ted says, in 2004, I hired these kind of corporate lawyer specialists for $500 an hour. It would be more now.
$500 a minute at this rate.
Rate that?
That's a car from Coles or Kmart.
No, I think it's the cardboard is blue, so I think it's maybe from the AFL store.
Okay. No, you can get bobbleheads at Kmart in the blue boxing or casing.
Yeah, right. Like that.
Oh, nice. So that's Ben Reid.
Why?
What? Because of his head.
Lego head. They call him Lego head.
Yeah, I'm calling Ben Reed a Lego head.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's all I got for you for show and tell.
No, I got nothing in my vicinity for Collingwood items, but except for what's behind me.
Yeah, right. Let's go back here. Voidoid hired lawyers for his contract. $2,000 for 2 to 3 hours. What kind of contract are we talking about? You know the Pablo from Narcos where he's on the swing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what we are right now?
Kind of. We're sort of just waiting for something. 5 minutes since they started deliberating, so
We're going to wait another 25 minutes.
yeah. Well, this is already a stream record for this for 2026. So, you know, we hit the hour. We go, all right. I think we're not maxed out at an hour, but I think all the good stuff happens in an hour. You know, they say nothing happens good after 2 o'clock.
I heard it was 1 a.m.
I thought it was 2 a.m.
So something good happens at 1:37 a.m. I've missed out.
Yeah, well, clearly you've obviously missed the memo.
I'm still young, so
Lily, is it nothing good happens after 2 a.m.? Yeah, it's 2 a.m., brother. Mrs. just confirmed it.
So something good happens at 1:37 a.m., 1:41. Yeah,
that's exactly right.
I think my parents were very conservative with this sort of stuff. 1 a.m.
Mate, the last like 4 months, it's really weird. I actually I love going to bed before 9 p.m. and just putting on a potty and just falling asleep.
Yeah. I've been taking magnesium this year. I've been sleeping a lot better in 2026.
Oh, brother. The magnesium glycinate every day.
Yep. Yeah.
Unflavored though. Has to be unflavored powder.
I've only got the Swiss pills or whatever. I just see magnesium.
You're missing a trick there. You're missing a trick there, my friend.
I get knocked out within an hour, so it works.
Have you ever done the ashwagandhas?
No. There was something else that I was thinking of.
Carl takes 15 beers, which is fair enough. That works. Yeah. MD says, I've got a Collingwood Matchbox AFL series from the 90s, pool plus all other AFL clubs cars. That's heard. That's
Mohammed's right. Mohammed's right. I am from Shep. I should really step up my game in this sort of nothing good happens after 1 a.m. What I need to
is anything even open after 1 a.m. in Shep?
Yeah. All right. All hell breaks loose at 1 a.m.
All right. Is there a strong rug culture there? Like meth and that?
100%. I'm pretty sure
there's nothing to do there, or is that what it is?
Huh? Nothing to do what?
Is it because there's nothing to do there and that sort of stuff?
Yeah. No, absolutely. A lot of rough.
Harry says lawyers doing this kind of work would be charging minimum 1,500. AFL clubs would probably be paying around $5,000 an hour. Wow.
Yeah. No, he's not wrong.
Peter says he further extends the concept. It used to be nobody withdraws money from an ATM after 2 a.m. for something productive in life. I mean, that's a lot more comprehensive, isn't it? There's a lot more context in that one. Yeah.
But I was told nothing good happens after 1 a.m., not 2 a.m.
Come on, mate. Switch on.
I've been living a lie.
Yeah. So how long have you been in Melbourne for now?
So I like to say I was on off. So I first moved in 2017. Every time there was semester breaks or whatever, I'd go straight up and next few weeks or whatever. Sounds weird, but it did sound like a bit of homesickness. Then COVID hits 2020. I'm living in regional Victoria all of 2020. And then from the start of 2021 onwards, I've been in Melbourne. I was going to say full time, but yeah, Melbourne ever since. Been living between Maribyrnong, Footscray each time for every lease. But I'm still open whether I move back out of Melbourne or the Sunbury happy medium, or staying in Melbourne. But that's all as a cliche. Watch this space.
Yeah. Regional, it's 1 a.m. In the big smoke, it's 2 a.m. Dad, how you going? Dad calls me Mouse because of Maisie Mouse. Did you ever watch Maisie Mouse growing up?
Mickey Mouse, not Maisie.
Maisie Mouse. Maisie Mouse. Bro,
Yeah, I'm thinking of Stuart Little, that prick.
love Stuart Little.
Yeah, you've seen that at least.
Okay, come on. I'm with some of the pop culture. That's Maisie Mouse. Surely you know.
No,
Maisie
I didn't watch. I didn't watch Maisie Mouse.
Maisie Mouse. You know.
No, never heard of it.
What about Blue's Clues?
Yeah, watch that.
Huge. Love Shep, big Albanian community.
Yeah, but that's the thing with cultures. There's Albanian, there's Italians, there's Greek, Macedonian. They're all there.
Stewie says light a match. What does that phrase mean? Light a match.
Stu.
Yeah.
We rescinded the strike. Does he want it back on?
Do you know what that means? What does light a match mean? Urban Dictionary.
Something to probably a smoke, I reckon.
Using friction to ignite a small wooden or cardboard stick. Hold on. That's not urban. That's the literal context, but I don't know what this means. Anyways. Oh, you farted. Who's dude on video? This is Nate Talks Pies. He looks like Chopper Reed, doesn't he, Dad? Look, he genuinely looks like. Oh, hold on. He genuinely looks like Chopper Reed, doesn't he? Or Brian Taylor. Which one?
Neither. I'll answer Hugh's question. I'll say yes. I work with someone that lived in Marupna, so by default, there's beef.
Yep.
You don't know what Marupna is. That's all right.
Who's that?
No, it's like a Chukamoama, Korowa, Ruther Glen, Aubrey Wodonga. You probably don't know those places either. It's Shepparton and Marupna.
Dad
Marupna's...
reckons you look like BT, by the way.
Okay, BT.
Yeah. I'll show you something funny. Where does he live? He's told the chat a number of times tonight, so I'm a little bit concerned. I'm actually. Did you play footy, Nate?
What's my phone number?
Did you play
footy?
My banking account.
I did. So I played for the Shep Swans up until year 12, and then I pretty much just stopped playing footy after year 12. My coach used to coach the Murray Bushrangers under 16s. Told me I lost my passion for footy.
Right.
I think he was right.
There you go. I'll show you something funny. How do I share this? One sec.
He'd know Rennie. I know the place called Rennie.
Nate reminds me of Nate from YouTube.
Nick's right. Like, it's not a murder trial. Did Dan kick 100 goals for Rennie in the Bacola League?
If that's what he's saying, then yes.
All right, then. What on Dan?
That's my dad there getting speckied on. Apparently, this is Ben Dixon in the EJ Witten's game when Kuda Feedy's not Kuda, when what's his name? Fitzy kicked that goal after the siren.
Okay. Oh. No, he didn't kick a goal after the siren. No way. Didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
So Shane Crawford kicked the ball to my dad in a goal square that actually won the game.
Oh, nice.
I think it is Ben Dixon. So that's Ben Dixon, but it doesn't look like Ben Dixon there, even though it says it's Ben Dixon taking a mark on him.
On the right, doesn't look like him.
Nah, it doesn't look like Ben Dixon. Dad, who's this? Do you know who this is? It says it's Ben Dixon, but it just doesn't look like him. Yeah. Anyways. Any updates? They're still deliberating. Why the bad memory Guys, did you get the Bill Gates during COVID? MD lived in Cobram.
I didn't get $1 billion, unfortunately.
Ben, you're the Ned Long on Pies footy. You can't be dropped.
there's a few people in the chat that like know about Shepparton. Now, to be more specific, I didn't exactly live in Shepparton. I lived just outside, again, being on the farm and orchard in a place called Lemnos. So just outside of it.
That sounds like Greece.
It is Greek, yeah. So there's a bit of World
right.
War One, a bit of World War history there as well. But yeah, Lemnos just outside of it. So there's a few little, like, they're not towns, but they're like little areas like Tallygrupna, Kingupna, Lemnos, Namurka, Grahamvale, Orvale, like little places like that. So I lived, in a very quiet area before Shepparton.
Yeah. There you go, Lemnos.
That explains why I'm quiet in nature.
You do have a really soothing tone to your voice. Has anyone ever told you that? Like, I could listen to you falling asleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I am a boring person. I know. No, it's perfectly fine. I
didn't say that.
No, I get it. I completely get it. I got the same voice as my dad. So if he was in this room, he came on, you heard him speak, you'd be saying the same thing.
Fair enough. Hey, Mohammed, your dad was a pro. No, he played for Dandenong in the VFA, and he was on the North supplementary list. But he's done the local footy. He's done the rounds in the local footy leagues. Let's just there's not a league he hasn't played in the local scene. Let's put it that way.
He's a club slut.
Yeah. Some people say he changes clubs more than he changes his jocks. Is the running theme with me old man. Yeah, Pies preseason. Yep, that's true. Yep. I had a stopover on Lemonos in 2023. There you go. Stewie hates tagging. That's a bit of a no context comment, is it not?
Tagging or defensive forwards?
Lemnos is where the Aussies stayed before the attack in Gallipoli. There you go.
Yeah, no, that's true. So I went to Lemnos. I went to Lemnos Primary School. There's a bit of war history there. There's a tank. There's a few other sort of mementos or whatever for World War One. There's a capsule that was opened 2018 or whatever. I haven't been back or whatever, so I don't know what's changed with it since. But so Lemnos used to be the Shepparton Swans up until 1999, and then Lemnos is just baseball. There's a primary school. There's tennis courts. There's not much in Lemnos. That's why. Yeah.
Lemons is famous for feta cheese. Do you mean Lemnos is famous for feta cheese? He actually said feta cheese, but that's okay.
Feta cheese.
Feta cheese. Feta cheese.
Feta cheese.
The Southeast has one problem: too many Greeks. Only joking. Come on, Stewie. Stand by what you really think, mate. Come on. Yeah, Dad's dropping all the accolades in the chat. 100 goals 8 times, including fastest in Australia. 9 games, still unbeaten. Lemnos, not lemons. Come on, MD. Sort it out. We've been deliberating for 18 minutes. Nate?
That's some bullshit.
Yep.
So I'm checking updates myself.
No, you're good. You're good. It's a disgrace. It's a fucking disgrace.
That umpiring or that referee in that game, that was a disgrace.
It is a disgrace. Who do you follow in the Prem? Do you have a team?
Yeah, you can laugh. Barely survived relegation. There's your hint.
Oh, no. So you go for the same team that Lee Clark goes for. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. It's the history of the Tottenham.
You guys will be all right next season.
We've made some moves, so I'm thankful for that. And it goes to show if we're in relegation battle again, it's not the board's fault this time.
Yeah. Paul says, hi, Anthony. How much do you hate Carlton? What if they make the finals and we don't? I hate all of that. I hate that whole idea. I hate it. I hate it here.
We had 2024. We hated it.
Yeah. Dad says, I'll give my result. Frampton will be successful.
Been waiting, Voidoid. Been waiting so long. Billy Frampton has aged like Peter Frampton.
William. Oh, have you had dinner?
No. I had a chicken roll from 7-Eleven at like 2
Nice.
o'clock.
That sounds
Survived.
depressing.
It's depressing. I survived. Might just go through without dinner. Need to lose weight.
Yeah.
Starts now.
It just stream for 4 hours every evening.
Yeah.
It's no
I'm just waiting
longer
for this to
Ange
be over 'cause I need to go. I need to go over to Into the Woods. I'm gonna miss it,
mate. Disaster. Hey, look, you're not bound by the stream. Like, you're welcome to, if you need to head over, you're totally. I can release you of your requirements. You've served enough time. If you
My
feel like
obligations.
you need to head over.
No, that's all right. I'll give it till 8 o'clock. If it's still deliberating, then I'll head over.
Fair. Left Eddie says France or Spain. I would like to see a France versus England World Cup final. I think Spain play the best football, but who knows? Ray says you're taking a massive risk from 7-Eleven, my friend.
No, that's true from Ray. But I love to live dangerously, so.
Yep. Dad says stop sugar and bread. He lost 17 kilos in 5 months. So there's a handy tip.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you juggle a handful of chips. Why 7-Eleven chicken roll at 2 p.m. though? Like, I'm curious.
Oh, just for lunch.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, no, I didn't pack a lunch.
So you went to 7-Eleven?
Yeah, it was like $8.
Yeah, right. Ray says the silver lining of salmonella is losing 4K. Guess what? The tribunal, the update is the tribunal is still deliberating.
My goodness.
Far out.
It's a disgrace.
Yep.
David Zeta.
More sex helps shed weight. Cheers, Nick. Johnny, Melbourne, Croatia. It's whoever FIFA wants will win. You see, I won't go that far to say like the whole World Cup is like fixed. I wouldn't say that. Are you going to get up for the game?
Oh, it's 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. or is it earlier?
5.
Let me have a look. Which one's first? Is it England, Argentina, or?
Nah, tomorrow's France, Spain.
No, I'll get up for it.
Yeah. You know what I've been pumping, Nate, for like the last 2 months on repeat? Like, I'll just whip up a pot on a Sunday, and it's just straight kangaroo mince, sweet potato, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, white spudlight potatoes, and that's like my go-to every day. Are you a kangaroo man?
I want to try kangaroo.
Yeah.
I was going to say, is that meal prep or is that just for Sunday?
Nah, it's meal prep, so it keeps me going for like 5 lunches, I would say. Yeah.
No, I'll have a look into
lunches. Yeah. Put some hair on your chest eating Skip. Kangaroo Jack. Jackie Legs. Come on, surely.
I've seen Kangaroo Jack.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Hugh says kangaroo mince and spudlight is the method. Now, he said that pretty quickly after I said it, so I wonder if he made that up himself, if he actually said that without hearing what I just said. That would be crazy. Like our tips would have met at the climax, you know?
The fuck. The sauna.
Yeah, the sauna. Mate, we're 2 hours and 43 minutes. Like, we're getting a bit delirious now, you know? He heard me. Hugh heard me.
I'm feeling it.
Brussels sprouts, you get around that?
Yeah. Again, it's just, I got the weird thing about beetroot. Everything else, I don't mind.
Yeah.
The tribunal's lighting a match.
Murphy's Law. We wait, but the minute you use the stethoscope to listen to your crotch, the doctor walks in.
Yeah. No, that's happened to me before.
Tips, yeah, the tips met, Stewie. Yeah. Exactly.
Speaking of tips, don't forget your footy tips.
I gave up on that 6 weeks ago. So what does Elvis Blue Raw mean? Do you know what that? What does Elvis Blue Raw Unfiltered mean?
I thought it was a Carlton channel. Just Elvis
right.
as the front. Like I saw Blue Raw Unfiltered.
Yeah. What if they give him 2 more weeks? It's not possible. Hey guys, you think the longer it goes, the decision where it goes against Billy? I would say no.
I just don't think it should have gone this long. This deliberation and the whole thing.
Yeah. Brussels sprouts cooked on the barbecue with lemon is a game changer. I could only imagine. Skippy the bush kangaroo. There we go. Like a steward's inquiry with the horses, the longer it goes, the more chance he gets off. Sounds like an old joke / saying that I've never heard, but I probably should have. Ela risogolo. It means we expose people like Priscilla and other trash for cashes. Again, I'm not getting these, Nate.
Money for nothing and the chips for free? Or the chicks for free?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now.
We live in a society.
Yep. That's true. Yorgos says, you're too young. Yorgos Frosinos. I know of someone named Yanni Frosinos. Played soccer with him growing up. Is there any relation there? My guess is Frosinos is an incredibly common Greek name. So, it's an AC/DC song. There you go. Thanks, Carl. Carl doesn't know nothing, right? This is Carl knows nothing. That's a lie. How many? Yeah, right. Which of the last 4 teams are you backing in the World Cup, says Huey? I'm just going to go England. I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to see England win, but for something in me wants to see England win. I don't know.
Probably the only sport I want England to win is football.
Yeah. Teshi, here he is. It's a Dire Straits song.
That's what I got that wrong. I butchered it.
Not common surname. He's my cousin's kid. There you go. Yeah. I grew up with Yanni. Yorgos. Yeah. It's been too long. I'm rooting for the Poms. Yeah, there's something about that. Mello says, midweek tackle reckons Brazzy and Nick will co-captain next year. There you go. I think Yanni played for Eastern Lions as well, George, if I'm not mistaken, or Kingston.
One of those red-based eastern suburb sides.
Yes. There you go.
No, I'm well aware of the NPL.
I used to play for Johnny won't like this. I used to play for Springvale White Eagles, but he also loved the fact that I played for Dandenong City.
Oh, nice. Go GB Suns.
Okay. Billy Frampton's second tribunal this year. What I've done at least twice this year. Dated, cried, been ill, schnitz, considered if my sense of identity is unhealthy linked to how others perceive me, deleted Hinge, reinstalled Hinge, covered Billy Frampton tribunal. So is this David Zitter's attempt of keeping us occupied and making us laugh as well?
No, it's the actual findings of the tribunal.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Second, what I've done at least twice. So he's dated twice, he's cried twice, he's been ill twice, he's eaten schnitz twice, he's had an identity crisis twice, he's deleted Hinge twice, he's reinstalled Hinge twice, he's covered the Billy Frampton tribunal twice. Out of 10?
I'll give it an 8.
Really? You like it?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'd give it more or less depending on the severity of it all. Like if this was a serious injury, I'd be like, read the room. If it's bullshit in total, which it kind of is, go the other way.
Yeah. Johnny played for Chelsea / Dandy City. There you go. Dandy Croatia. Rocco says it ain't coming home. Vamos Argentina. I mean, yeah, you can get around Messi winning another World Cup. Why not? At 39, far out.
So England and Argentina in knockout games. 86 was the hand of God. 98 was the Beckham red card. you reckon we'll get any sort of shenanigans in this one, or?
I mean, judging by the shenanigans we've seen with VAR so far, I think so.
You reckon? Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. 5 out of 10 for me, by the way.
Okay, no, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
England, Argentina. I'll predict Harry Kane misses a penalty.
Ooh.
Whether it's in the game or at the end on penalties.
Doesn't matter. Bellingham is him, so it's all good.
That's fair enough, but that's one of my
Bellingham.
predictions. Put him in the vault. Harry Kane misses a penalty against Argentina.
Yeah.
The ghost of 2022 lives on.
Yes, sir. It comes in threes, says Darren. Question for you, Nate. Would you prefer Mitch Lewis or Cal Shadia as a forward target until a better one comes into the market from Voidoid?
Cal Shadia for potential.
Yeah, right.
I see
Why
a
not
player
both?
there. Obviously both, yeah.
Yeah.
Mitch Lewis has the durability issues. Cal Shadia, yeah, he's young, potential, X factor. But then what's he really worth, though?
Yeah. Harry says, about to take off on a flight. If Frampton isn't free, I don't want to land. That sounds like a song, you know?
I was going to say protest, but that'd be a bit far on a plane.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we don't want that.
G says his Pendlebury 433 with the gold 10 is coming tomorrow. That's huge. I'd go Mitchell Lewis, by the way.
He only kicked one goal, but I thought he looked solid in the wet against Carlton.
Yeah.
So maybe he's hitting his peak. Maybe he's past the injury issues and everything like that.
Maybe
and
so.
He's an upgrade on Buller, 100%.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's an understatement, isn't it?
Not a stopgap is Mitch Lewis.
No.
Genuine risk, though, but...
Yeah. So, update. I need to eat and have an outcome within the next hour and 6 minutes. Otherwise, I'm going to be upset.
I need it in 5.
Yeah, that's right. We lose Nate in 6 minutes, guys. I'm hoping for an outcome prior to. Where do you think Butters ends up? I've got no idea. Do you have any? I mean, we don't have an idea, but do you have an inkling?
Well, I don't think he's coming to Collingwood. I think it's a long shot. He would have to nominate us for me to be convinced. But I think Butters to Bulldogs end of the day. But the Dogs have a bit of work to do. They get the deal done because I'll match it.
Yeah. I just don't like. I know he's a gun, but the move to the Bulldogs just doesn't make sense from a list. Like they've got Richards, they've got Bont, they've got. I know Joel Fraser isn't having a great. So they got Riley Sanders. It doesn't add up to me.
Yeah. That as well. I just based off the history with Zach Butters linked to the Western suburbs, and I'm not buying he's a Bulldogs supporter growing up thing. Like he's 25, 26. Like grow up. Like he'll go where the money is, and where the potential is. So that's why I think the Dogs. You can't rule out Geelong though, which is bullshit.
Yeah. There you go. So G says take the powder magnesium as the tablets don't absorb well. Maybe it's all just placebo, Nate.
True. There's the occasional night where it doesn't kick in, and then I'm sort of stressing in bed.
Yeah, just double drop.
Yeah. No, I actually have to double drop, but then I'm feeling it the next morning.
Yeah. Voidoid said, I'd take Peter Wright as a stopgap to play ruck forward. I couldn't disagree anymore.
It's going to sound weird. Darcy Parish seems like such a Collingwood get. I don't want it to happen, but it'd be such a Collingwood thing to get Darcy Parish.
That's like Jai Simpkin territory, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But then Darcy Parish becomes serviceable for us in the midfield. I'm not rating Darcy Parish.
Can you
though.
trust his body? Can you trust his body?
No, I don't trust him at all for anything.
Yeah.
Footy,
Yeah.
body, anything.
Yep.
His heart as well, clearly at Essendon, not there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to pop up at Collingwood.
Jeez.
Still deliberating.
Benny Zero would be absolutely spewing that he's missed this one. All right.
Is he watching or is he with his daughter?
I mean, he'd be with his daughter, but he has a knack finding a way to check in every now and again. I don't know how he does it. He's everywhere. Like, I don't know. Have you noticed Ben Zero is like omnipresent in the Collingwood YouTube community?
Yeah, no, he's everywhere.
Yep.
He's always floating around. We love that.
Parish was a Collingwood supporter. There you go. But it's a good question. It's a good question, but I don't think I have the energy for that. Who is one player from each club you'd take realistically to slot in next year?
Realistically, all right. Adelaide's Mark Keane.
Is that realistic?
Yeah, he was there last year.
He's signed on though. So
okay, realistic.
Sam Berry.
I think he signed on.
Nah.
One of the Murrays, Nick Murray or Toby Murray.
Brisbane? Neil?
Realistically, Lockie Neal.
Can we skip Carlton?
Lockie Cowan, because he looks like a Collingwood player.
Fair. Is Geelong after Collingwood?
Freo.
What's
Jeremy
realistic?
Sharp. Andreas saying it. Jeremy Sharp.
Geelong?
Is Brian Myers realistic?
Someone said that he's up for trade conversation, so possibly.
Yeah, no, Brian Myers.
Essendon. The Tribunal is still deliberating. You've got 1 minute.
Jaden Ewan.
Yeah, right. What's that about?
It's like a bit of a boy right there. Just one of those underrated players. Plays his heart out. Unfortunately, he's at a shit club.
Yeah. I don't want Ballard if we have Puncher in this form, if it's sustained.
But then there's also if Jeremy Howe stays on or not.
Yeah.
Rangatank actually had a good question. 23-0.
I haven't played it. Have you played it?
Yeah. I've always found that Darren Mullane has worked a treat in the back line for me for 23-0. There's a few players that get you close to it or on 23-0.
So I don't know how to play this. So what do? You have to keep spinning till you get Collingwood? Is that right?
No, you spin it once, and then whatever club and area it lands on, you pick a certain player from either defense, forwards, ruck, or a utility. And then you've got two options to possibly change the club from the same era, or you can change the era for the club. So what have we landed on? We've landed on Gold Coast.
Let me move.
All right. So Gold Coast, pretty straightforward. Gary Ablett Jr. I think he's mid for Gold Coast Suns. Either mid or utility for Gary Ablett. This one.
What's utility?
Utility, you can put anyone there, really. So let's say Tom Lynch, but you still got an eye on a forward, someone better than Tom Lynch, then just put Tom Lynch as a utility. It's kind of like Gary Ablett. If you want a better midfielder for another club or era, for another spin, just put Gary Ablett as the utility.
All right, let's do that.
Ooh, big risk.
I'm learning.
So West Coast 1990. I typically go Glenn Jakovic for defense.
Done.
Bulldogs 2020. Yeah, Bulldogs players aren't very good for this, but you've got Bontempelli right there for a midfielder.
You wouldn't put him forward in this case, no?
Well, yeah, but then you look at You could land on St Kilda 1990 and find Tony Lockett or Sydney
Got you.
1990. So
I got you.
there's factors there. So you can put Bontempelli midfield. That's fine. Now we'll spin it again. Freo 2000s. There's Pavlich.
That's
Pavlich
not that good though.
Yeah, but he's perfect for like utility, or otherwise Sandilands for the ruck.
Yeah, Sandy.
Big call. I don't think Sandiland works for 23 and 0, but could get you close. But we'll go for Sandy in the ruck.
Have you gotten 23 and 0?
Yeah, I can send you proof.
Is it hard?
It is hard. There's a few chinks in it as well. Like there's certain teams that should easily be 23 and 0, but they don't get close. There's just certain players that just click for each team. And then Port Adelaide 2000s. Now, they don't scream pretty good for forwards, so you've got a chance to change the club or the era for this one. I'd probably take the risk and change the club in the hopes you land on an Essendon for Matthew Lloyd. Or
How many times can you do this?
Just once for each, but we've got the final spin. So you could change the club right now, and if it doesn't work for the period we've got for 2000s, Geelong 2000s. Now, I would probably change the era because if we land on Gary Ablett Sr. for the 90s, or we could also put Gary Ablett Jr. in the forward line. But if you change the eras, you could find Tom Hawkins or Patrick Dangerfield for the 2010s or 2020s or 1990s, 2020s. So either Jeremy Cameron or Dangerfield for the forwards. Yep. Yeah. Oh, so close. Very first.
Is that good?
Yeah, we were just so close. And I'm going to assume Sandilands, even though he's the perfect ruckman for it. Fucking imagine if we got 23-0 in the first go.
How many times did it take you to hit?
Oh, it took me about 30 minutes to do it. So Melbourne, Max gone, clearly.
Done. Ruck. Bang.
Port Adelaide hasn't worked for me, so I just change the club whenever I go Port Adelaide. I haven't found any Port Adelaide players that work for me for 23 and 0.
Yeah, Scotty Cummings.
For Port?
Didn't he play for Collingwood?
Yeah, for like 6 games.
I just remember him because he was in AFL Live 2004 for Collingwood, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, nah, I saw that as well. 03, I think it was. Hawthorn.
Okay.
Now we're talking. Yeah, forward. Dunstall.
Done. Ooh.
The worst era for Carlton, I reckon. Because you can get Cripps in 2010s or Mark Murphy.
I mean, it has to be for Vola, doesn't it?
Yeah, but we've used a forward, so unless you want to put him as the utility, which would work.
Would Kuda give you much?
I think Kuda does. I think he's utility for the 90s, but...
Let's do that. I wonder what metrics they use. That's just is that just Dangerfield written all over, or?
I feel like this Dangerfield would be perfect for utility, but yeah, for midfielder, either Dangerfield or Selwood.
Ooh.
Yeah, and we've missed out on Wayne Carey.
Oh.
Is this the last spin, or?
Yeah.
North Melbourne defender, Mick Martin, maybe?
Kingy or nah?
I don't think it's going to get you 23 and 0.
Do we spin? Is there a better era than 1990?
Not for North Melbourne defenders. Not that I can think of.
Yeah, right.
Still no updates, guys.
No updates. Glenn Archer? That's a shout.
Yeah. See if it works. I don't think this is a 23-0 side.
Oh,
Oh,
so
no
close.
negativity. 22-1
Alright.
from both attempts. Not bad.
Okay. All right. Ooh.
2020s. 2 Brownlow medalists right there.
Let's do it. Mid or utility? Mid?
Yeah, go mid. Let's dominate on the scoreboard. Tony Lockett.
Where is there? He is. The boy. Forward?
6 goals a game. Unreal.
Huge.
Max Gorn ruck.
Gorn. Come on, hey, we're onto something here.
I feel it.
I'm feeling it. Woo.
Ooh. North Melbourne's throwing us off.
Sav Rock is a decent. Oh, it's no good.
Yeah. Oh, utility though. I don't want to mess up this North Melbourne one though. We're on a roll for the first 3.
Oh, you got Carey.
Not as a defense. Oh, utility maybe.
Yeah, that's the one.
But then we're really
Lee
risking
reckons race spin.
either club or Lee, either club or error or Rangatang Boomer for utility. I think that might be the best option without having to spin it again.
All right, let's do that. All right, so it comes down to defender again. We got 2 race spins as well. So we're in a auspicious position.
So I feel like we're on the roll. Yeah, we won't get anywhere close to it, but I feel good about this so far. Ooh.
Oh,
Now, if we change the error, we could land on Harris Andrews. But it's a 2 in 3 shot. We don't want to land on Brisbane 1990s. There's Fly, the boy.
yep. Goal of game guy, huh? Okay.
I don't think Mel Michael. I don't think Mel Michael gets us to 23-0. Like the players on their success alone with a premiership should, but if you change the error, I'm hoping we land on 2010s or 2020s.
Huge.
So Zorko, I was going to say Zorko, but he's the mid. Far out. He plays across half back. Oh yeah, Harris Andrews. Surely.
Wow.
So I feel like this was the best side for it, but we land on 21 and 2. So I bottled it.
Makes sense. Does not make sense. Still no update from David Zeta, guys, for those who are wondering. All right. Modra?
Godra.
Forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. I mean, Heaney says something to me, but it's not
utility right there.
numbers.
Or Brody Grundy in the ruck.
Is he here?
He's got crazy numbers as a ruck.
Do they rate ruckmans as utilities in this game?
Sometimes, yeah.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
Unless you're thinking of Max Gorn in the ruck. North again. And we miss out on Wayne Carey again.
No. I'm doing
Daniel Wells. I was going to say Daniel Wells.
Oh, Todd?
Yeah, Todd Goldstein. That's probably a good shout.
Ben Brown.
Jamie McMillan.
All right. I guess I'm going to burn the spins.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Oh, Fifey. Take that.
Yeah, midfielder.
Benny says, I didn't expect this to last 2 birthdays. I know. Ooh.
Oh, you've
What
spun
do
it
we-
already.
What do we say here? Bucks or Fraser?
It's probably going to have to be. We've got a ruck or a defender.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think
Presty.
Prestigio Como.
Look at those numbers. So cruel.
Harsh.
Heath Shaw. Nope. Maxi. Lamumba.
Mark Richardson.
So it's got to be Josh Fraser in my eyes.
All right, we'll go Fraser.
We could be shit out of luck here.
I reckon we are.
Yikes.
And David needs a forward.
This one's a shocker. I'm just gonna go Nathan Brown.
I'll go 17-6. The predicted final score for this one.
Oh,
One off. We made
It's
top
ugly.
4.
no update. The tribunal is still deliberating. Richmond 2000s.
Probably change clubs for Richmond. Unless you want Dustin Martin. But set it too late. Much better.
All right. So you got Brownie, you got Blackie,
And Vossi, Lapini, Lynchy, Lepici, Michael Lee, Desi Headland.
What's the go?
Simon Black. Start off with a midfielder.
Sandy?
Sandy in the ruck or Fife forward? I reckon we'll keep the utility last.
5 forward. Here we go.
Darren Mullane, defender.
Really?
That always gets you good results. Darren Mullane.
Huge.
His numbers in the 90s,
Unreal.
they age well. Yeah.
Dawson, utility maybe?
Yeah, not known for their rucks, unfortunately. So, yeah, I reckon we'll play it. We'll go the risk and go Dawson.
Or do we go era?
Well, let's think about it. Who in the 2010s would we want in utility, or just anyone for that matter?
Yeah.
Dangerfield.
I mean,
Truth,
it could be 1990s as well, couldn't it?
Yeah, McLeod, Rashudo.
But like,
But
this
then-
is decent as well, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But it would take up utility. Is there a ruckman in another era that dominates for Adelaide? Source
Nothing.
Jacobs.
Yeah, nothing really
All
stands. Matthew Clark, Rhett Bicklers, nah.
It's got to be Dawes.
We're risking it here. Dean Cox.
Okay.
All this
All
for,
right.
for a 19-4 or something like that.
Who's JD again? Jordan Dawes. Come on, this is good.
Oh,
Oh.
we're choking. That's 3 22-1s.
Update.
Stuart Harris.
What happens if game starts before the tribunal finishes? Oh,
All right. Sorry to do this to you. I'll give you 4 more minutes.
all right. Here we go. Build another. Come on, I'm feeling it.
Wayne, I was going to say Wayne Carey, but 2000s.
That's still pretty good. Is it not?
Yeah.
All right.
Who's Ben responding to? Oh, Janet.
Here we go.
Much, much better. Now we got
What are you
options.
thinking?
Grundy in the ruck. Grundy in the ruck. One of Pendles or Swan in the midfield.
Let's try Swanee.
Swanee midfield.
Yeah. Oh. Yikes.
Maybe Sam Collins, defender.
I'm going to go club.
2020s.
Huge. Harris Andrews, do you think?
Yeah, Harris Andrews. Why is Zorko still a midfielder?
Rude.
It is.
Now, just out of curiosity, what if you went Harris Andrews utility and like leave this open for a bang?
Well, it's a big risk, but
It
I
is,
feel
yeah,
like
nah.
I'd rather it doesn't really prioritize defenders as utilities well. So
Gotcha.
I think just Harris Andrews, safe defender, will keep a utility for second last or last. I feel like Tony Lockett.
Lockett utility, surely that will give us something.
I reckon, yeah.
All right.
And then we've got Era for ruck. Now we've got to land on a good club for this one.
Come on. Oh, okay. Can we get
now?
Is it Nat Nui? Oh,
I reckon if we change the era, we got a 2 in 3 chance for Dean Cox.
So 2010, 1990, and 2000. Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking of the odds for this one.
You can swap player positions once selected. What do you mean?
Well, we don't have anyone. All right, try and swap Lockett for WC. See if that works. Oh, you can. Okay. Or did you...
What?
Yeah. Well, how do you move? Yeah, it seems like you can move it. We just don't know how to do it because we're idiots.
How long till I'm done? When the tribunal says so. Yeah, that's good. All right. Okay. Come
2
on.
and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 3. All right, Dean Cox or Natanui. I feel like either works.
Yeah, let's go Coxie.
Safe bet Cox.
Although that, yeah, let's go Cox. Oh,
Jesus.
come on, bro. So Swanee's a mid forward utility, can be switched to another position if you wish to select a player of competing position.
Oh, okay. So whoever Wayne Carey wasn't you. No, I feel like he can be utility. Anyway, I think that comment makes sense. So we'll try it out if we get to that point. Fucking Essendon.
Yuck.
I reckon error. Either club or error for this one. We're off to a bad start.
Okay. Lloyd?
2000s. Lloyd or Hurd.
Does Dustin Fletcher give you anything?
I've not won it off Dustin Fletcher.
Have you used him?
I don't think I have used him.
Let's try that. Let's just try it. Hurd for sure.
I'll leave it to you if you want Fletcher. I just think Hurd or Fletcher, Hurd or Lloyd. I reckon one of those two.
Where would you put Hurd?
Forward. Oh, is he mid forward? All right.
Forward.
Yeah, I'll go forward for Hurd. Freo. 2020s. Luke Jackson, maybe, in the ruck.
Shooter. Yeah, I guess let's go Luke Jackson in the ruck.
No, I go Jakovic, yeah, for defense.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is much better. I still think Swan for midfield.
Yeah. All right,
And
now
then
we got the two spins.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bont.
All right. Does that get you over the line as a utility? That's a pretty it's pretty good.
I'm feeling it.
So club in the 2010s, other than Bulldogs, Collingwood, utility. Hawthorn, Geelong. I think those get us over the line, Nate.
I just think Bont. This gets it.
Chat, Bont or spin?
Bont or spin. I would love nothing more. We land on 23-0, then we refresh. Frampton cleared. All worth it in the end.
Bont, says Voidoid. Bont. All right, Bont.
I'm saying Bont.
Oh.
So you get these ones where like we got so close, 22-1. We find a good team and you get like 20-3 or 19-4, and it's all for nothing.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to throw in the towel for this stream. I'm going to cross over.
Good.
I'm
you did well, mate.
No, you're a legend for this. Nearly 3.5 hours.
All
for a 1-week suspension.
Oh, mate. I appreciate you, mate. Jump over to Into the Woods and guys, get across there once we're done here. Appreciate you, Nate.
If we're done. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
See you, mate. The show must go on. All right. Now that I've lost my secret weapon in Nate, now I'm really going to be exposed in 23, and I'm really going to go for some speculative looks. Hawks 90, Dunstall done. Thank you. Too easy. Say less. Saints 2010. Nick Rewalt, Tim Membry. Huge solo plays. Dropping in Fortnite, brother. Dropping on Fifey Fields. I mean, Lenny Hayes is a shout. Is it not? And 23-0 wouldn't appreciate his game, though, would they? If I spin era and get Tony Lockett utility, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to risk it. The G train Rewalt, that didn't work well, did it? Dow. Goddard. Have I cooked myself here, chat? Let's burn it. Let's go club. Let's burn it. North. Thank you. Billy Frampton has been downgraded to a fine. He's free to play. Yay. Woohoo. Yes. Free Billy. Free Billy, guys. Huge. 3 hours and 23 minutes later. Here we go. Let's finish this quickly. Let's go. Appeal the fine. Save the tackle. We'll go Boomer, utility. Finally, Essendon 2020s. I've got no spins. Let's go Merritt mid. They waited for Nate to get off, literally. 2010s. Okay. So it has to be a defender or a ruck. Tom Stewart. Imagine we get 23-0 off this. Dean Cox. Come on. Come on, chat. We tried. We tried. Oh, all right, guys. Good shift. Thank you to Nate for joining us for the most part. What a legend. Full of energy. Yes. Frampton is free. Appreciate you all. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, go Pies.